All right, so welcome back to a series of wonders event. I'm your humble DM Robin, joining us today by Stefan playing as Rivani, the human sorcerer, Nathan play as Viking, our Asmar paladin, and Kat play as Tolly, our wood elf rogue. We're down one member today due to sickness, so get better, Kenzie. All right. Previously, a brief catch up for those of you who weren't here, mainly you, Kat. So our team escaped the Underdark, unscratched mostly, and they wander off and they appeared right into a wood, and so they decided to do a little bit exploring, and found some water and ate fish with them. And after that, they kind of heard something in the woods. So they decided to follow the sound. And they discovered that there were a bunch of small Fey that were wandering in the woods, actually. So that's when the team realized they were in Feywild, other than the destination they were supposed to be. So they decided they took on the offer by one of the two of the Fae, one named Charming and one called Jasmine. So the team decided to think, okay, if we solve your little problem, then the Faes will help you guys go back on road. And it turns out it's a nearly impenetrable dome. And despite your best effort, it doesn't seem to work. But the Fae decide to keep their promises and still send you guys back, but not before they throw you a parting party, because it's like, hey, we never seen outsiders for a long time, so yeah, let's celebrate. But during this, after the celebration, as the team goes to sleep, Kenzie, for the first one to notice that there are crackling sound coming from the dome, and when she observed, it's a small darkness, kind of like a black hole thing that appeared on top of it. So she made the wisest choice of not to disturb it and go back to sleep. However, the next morning, unfortunately, you guys woke up and see not only 9, but also all the Fays are now deadly asleep. Well, 9 looks way worse because apparently the stuff that support him from living, the ethereal, are gone. So his body is not looking sparkly blue. So you decided to investigate, and just when Nathan found the black hole and decided to poke it with semi-unsealed fate, black hands and stuff happened, and you guys fought hard, valiantly to defeat it, and it retreated. So yeah, it's just that even though you defeated them, it doesn't seem to work. And in the meantime, while Tolly is battling really hard, her baton kind of absorbed the darkness from the black hole and kind of branded her right cheek with a black lotus. And it's allegedly, from your knowledge, it's from a past lich kind of lord who used to assist Merkel when he haven't ascended to godhood yet. So we're back, and you guys are staring at the emptiness left over by the dome, by the black hole. And what would you guys like to do?
Well, I remember we were sort of trying to show Tally that there was some sort of mark on her.
Yep.
Um,
We left off, we come back right at the time when Tolly's panicking that there's something branded on her right cheek.
What is it? What does it mean? Why? Oh,
Yeah, I believe you were directed to the water to see the reflection on your cheek.
that's a
Yeah.
good idea. All right, and so I recognize it as a black lotus, but I don't
Yeah,
know anything about it,
I believe
or do I
Nathan
know it's the
shared
Lich
the.
Lord?
I believe Nathan shared the knowledge with you guys, Viking.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
would
Yeah.
have shared
Okay.
Yeah, so
what
you
I
guys
know.
all know by now that it's a symbol of a Lich Lord. Yeah.
So a lich made this. A lich. Ugh. Get it off. Ugh.
Kenzie's like standing right beside you guys and says, well, maybe punch it really hard.
Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll punch myself in the face. How the hell am I going to sneak around with a massive brand on my face? I'm now instantly recognizable. This is horrible.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a problem there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we have bigger problems. What? Okay, all right. Yikes. Elf is still down for the count. 9 is still out.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
We also met some Fey that were helping us, and I think they're out for the count as well.
As you speak, do you point to their direction, Viking?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. So Tully, you look as Viking were pointing. You recognize Charming, so the one I'm gonna send you guys to.
I'm keeping
the
eyes on
right.
Got the recap up, so
Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys to the right map, so you can see Charming. On the right is Charming. She's now unconscious. Usually when you see a Fae, especially the kind like Charming, you guys still don't know what they are, but you know they're one type of Fae. Usually with them, they look sparkly and with like powder dust that sprinkle across them as they fly or move or do anything else. But this time, she just looks like a dead butterfly. However, as Viking tries to point towards Jasmine, you can see that she's gone. Like she was there at her at wherever she fell and knocked unconscious, but now she's gone.
What?
Yep.
Where did Justin go?
what are the odds she got up and left versus someone took her?
I want to look at Charming and see if there's any berries on her.
Okay.
Or any
you found like
shenanigans.
You found like a one small berry like she was holding before she passed out and became unconscious.
I'm like, no, if it was Jasmine leaving, she would have, I don't know, squished a berry on Charming's face or her penis or something. She's the vindictive one, right?
Yeah.
So my money's
She's
on
the bitter one, basically.
Yeah, she's the mischievous one.
Yeah.
I want to sort of try and hold Charmy and sort of put my ear to her chest just to make sure like she's not actually dead.
Well, even when you lean close to her, like you can't, like you can hear almost a faint, really really faint beating, but like your ears like almost covering Charming because they're pretty tiny. They're like tiny creatures. So you can't tell if it's just your imaginations or if she's really like still alive. It looks like they're still alive. You just can't really tell. Yeah. So as you guys were examining the surroundings,
Yeah, where's she gone?
yeah, you heard a slight noise coming from around you. Like, there's no specific destination, and it's not like someone is walking towards you. It's just like, sounds like a natural disturbance or something. What would you like to do?
At the ready, guys. I think we're being watched. Don't know what. Something's coming. Not close, just around.
Can I use my perception?
Okay. Yeah. So for those of you who wishes to check the surroundings, roll for perception. Okay. So for this is an easy one. So for Viking, do you wish to do that or no? Not really.
No, I'm more concerned about charming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask for charming, and I'll do like lay on hands or
Okay.
try and resuscitate her.
Okay. So
I'm not focusing on the surroundings.
yeah. Okay. So for both of you, Kat and sorry, Tali and Ravani. Sorry, a little bit rusty. Long week. Yeah. You guys all sense that this is not really someone coming towards you. It's more like some ripple effect that was caused by the earlier event. And you're not fairly certain what it does, but whenever that sound came up, it's like a repeating pattern. Whenever it came up to a higher beat, you notice that the lights around you that were getting darker are getting darker faster. Like, it's just one bit at a time, but it's noticeable. So, what would you like to do? Okay, and Viking, as you put lay on hand, how much hit point do you wish to heal Charming?
I'll give her 5.
Okay. As you put your fingers on top of her, usually with lay on hands, the energy that pours out are like light and warm and like it feels vibrant. However, you're not sure if it's the surroundings that changes it or if it's something else. But when you put your hands onto her, the energy that pours out is like pale and cold, and it felt kind of like a relentless spirit. It kind of clutches Charming instead of like normally it's just pour into her and give her life. It kind of form into a palm that forces her to come back to consciousness. So as you all look, a small skeleton claw that kind of clutches onto Charming and squeeze her real tight. And she screams as she came back to consciousness. She's like, "Ah! What is happening? What is happening? What? The last thing I remember, I was drinking, I was eating, and that's it."
When I see this, I get down on my knees to look at her, and I start with this relieved expression on my face. Charlie, you okay?
Mind if I'm put down? So, Viking, you notice that the tiny skeleton claw still clutches around her, and she looks terrified. She's like, "What is happening? Can you put me down? Anyone?"
It's like I'll try and like daintily like pull the finger away from her. Just
as
like
you will to do that, the tiny claw disappears, and she falls onto the ground. Not really
like,
high
neat.
above, so she's fine. She doesn't take any damage, but she's kind of terrified and looks around. And for all of you, know that Homura before, Homura tried to do the same thing to revive someone, but it didn't work. And Homura is looking at you, Viking, on the side, kind of looks wary and says, "What? That didn't work on me. Well, that didn't work when I tried it. Why did it work on you? Curious."
Looks like a pattern with followers of Merkel. I wonder if just because you followed him, you're immune.
I started speaking to Charmy, but when we came back here, we found you and your friends all lying unconscious like this.
Friends, wait, where's Jasmine? And she starts looking. She starts turning around, looking, and getting anxious, not seeing her, and she kind of flies up. You notice that the powder dust, or the fairy dust, if you will, they're not sparkling. There's no that kind of powder on her when she flies. She didn't notice that at this point, but she just flies towards Ravania and clutches her collar, as she tried to grab her collar real tight. It's hilarious. You see a tiny butterfly just cling on Ravania's collar and tell me where she is.
But she was.
Where is she?
She was here a moment ago, but when you looked again, she wasn't there anymore. We don't know where she is.
Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Where's Papa when you need him?
What do you know? What is this?
Do you know anything about what?
I don't really know, but here's the thing. She let go of your collar, Ravani, and she says, before we moved here, Feywild is a fairly large plane of existence. Before our group, our tribe, if you will, moved here, this was not as great as the center part. As where we used to live. And we tried to cleanse the place with Papa's staff, and we settled here. This was a kind of a not so good place before, because it's let me just put this. This is the brink of Feywild against the normal plane and Shadowfell. So it's at the brink. We kind of extended with Papa's staff, and we settled up here. So we probably need Papa's staff to restore whatever this is.
Hey, where is it?
Papa's gone. He went out for travel, like I told you guys before. And you guys remember that the member they mentioned, Papa, had a wanderlust and decided to go out and travel and just disappeared.
He left no one with an itinerary, no one with even a general vague direction of his travels.
Yeah.
I look to her and I say, okay, when you were having your little nap, there was a dark thing, and I go into detail and explain what happened and what the hell is that thing? You
At
must
this
know.
Moment, she kind of switched, standing when she heard the detailed description. It kind of looks like she's in a nervous kind of feeling, kind of state, and she says, "Well, that's probably nothing. You can see she's biting her nails right now. Just like, that's probably nothing.
I'm like, nothing.
Probably
That
nothing.
thing almost killed us.
All right.
And
I'll spill. All right, fine. It's probably the energy from Shadowfell. I mean, like I said, this is the edge. This is the brink, and it's possible that they somehow bypass Papa Staff's like defense and seeps into the village. But this never happens before. And you guys see she starts thinking. Let me think. Maybe there's something in the village that can help us. I mean, if we can, well, somehow lift the dome or break it. And she turns to the dome and looks at it. But like, none of your tryings work. I don't know what else we can do. So do you guys look at the dome at this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just keeping a watch around us in case anything
Okay.
surprises.
Totally. Weird thing happens when you look at the dome. You feel a slight burn from your right cheek as you glance over the dome. What originally looked like a translucent, just kind of a force field kind of thing. But as you skim through it, this time it seems different. You think you're looking at a small, like kind of purplish energy field with numerous locks on top of it, like actual physical locks, like made out of pure energy that like just circles around it, like with heavy chains, and like bolts and everything just tied around the purple energy field.
Well, that's great. That's great. I'm already garbage at real life locks. How am I meant to defeat magic ones?
Is Tala the only one who received
Yeah.
that?
So you guys
point it out, just like,
things a little bit weird, like she's talking about magical locks and things.
Wait, like what do you mean, locks, Tally?
You don't see the purple nonsense? I'm pointing
No,
out the dome.
No.
No, I just see the barrier
Nope.
as it
Hamura
it normally is.
just shakes her head. Yeah.
I lean over to Hamura, and I'm like, I think Tully's losing it. I think
Yeah.
the brand has gone to her brain.
Yeah, maybe we should punch her real hard in the face. I mean, that usually works on us. I mean, that's just me. I mean, this could
I'm
work.
not hearing this conversation.
Yeah, you totally hear the conversation on the side.
This is like peanut gallery. We're like,
Hamura's not even trying to hide it. She's like doing this, like shaking loose of her metal arm, like ready to go, like if
Girl,
anyone says so.
I'm getting desperate. If you wanna.
Sure thing. And she starts swinging at you on the face. Do you take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you take 1 point of like hard physical damage as it slaps across your cheek, doing nothing at all. Except
I'm having
the
a
pain.
very hard time not like laughing. Like I'm trying to hold back. Like
Hamura turns around and says, "Well, is it better?
Listen.
Let's try that again."
This one I dodged.
Okay.
I grab her. I'm like, whoa. Next thing you know, she'll be saying we need to amputate at the neck.
I just face palm and start comment like that's not how tattoos work.
I
This
don't
was
know.
the magic one that made my face burn. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, so if you're trying to figure it out, what you can do, roll me an intelligence check. All of you, just a pure intelligence check.
I'm good at those now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Nope. You lied. All right. Tolly, you think somehow the locks looks familiar. Well, the type and shape. You think that the band you're with, the one you're trained with, they actually taught you how to open locks and do such things. You notice that those locks looks familiar. Looks as if the same as the one you used to train with.
That's a grand episode of This Is Your Life, Tali. Oh my word. Well, at least I know how to unlock them. The fact that they're tailored to me and only I can see them. Oh boy.
You think it's more because you were the only one that's got branded? Yep.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
locks on the dome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't seem right. I think, what? No. And I'm like,
Yeah,
tell me what I
she I think she's going cuckoo like my uncle. Homura just shakes her arm.
I know how to test this, and I'm going to take my thief tools and just throw it at the lock.
Okay.
Like,
All right, Tolly. To
every time
your surprise, in your vision, you see as Viking throw the thieves' tool against the dome. One of the pin actually snaps into the lock and kind of do a like a circle and opens one of them and bounce back right into his palm. Yep.
Well, this is...
You guys all see Tolly speechless looking at the dome.
I'm
No,
out of
you don't
ideas.
feel any difference.
So when the lock unlocked, did it dissipate? Did it do anything, or is it just...
It only unlocks partially, so you can see part of the chains, the translucent chain kind of falls off. But there are about 12 of them. Like, Vikings trick unlocked one, but there are still about 12 of them left.
I'm just gonna say, you don't see that? Gimme. I don't have these tools left. Gimme.
Okay.
These can only be used at range.
Yeah, let's just call it the luck. I mean, a natural 20
That
would
was
do
That's
wonders.
twice now I've done
Yeah.
natural 20s.
Freaking
Nice.
amazing.
All right.
Alright.
I'm
gonna go over and
No,
investigate the locks.
Tolly, as you investigate closer, you notice that if you can break 3 of them, like they are in the middle, that might just be able to unlock all of them. You don't, like, the chains are designed to have a center point. So if you unlock the 3 centers, you might
It'll
as
cascade.
just, yeah, it might just collapse.
Awesome.
What would you like to do?
Viking, you can't see this, so you can't guide me. Nobody can see this, and nobody can help me. Bloody hell. I want to unlock them.
Okay. Roll me thieves tools check. 3 times. You'll have advantage because you can see them. Okay. Nice. So
Thank God.
yeah, the
They're
first
very special thieves tools, just
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, they're bloody magic.
you think it's blessed by Viking's touch as you opens them up with ease. You flint one of the thieves tool in the air and it just pops open the locks. As all 3 locks
Really
were
good luck,
opened, as all 3 locks were opened, you heard a small burst kind of right in front of you. It doesn't do any damage. It's more just a sound other than anything, but you back off just in case. As all of you, even the ones that can see the locks, you all see that the dome fails and collapse into pieces. As Tully, you see better as all the purple locks and chains and aura, they shrink down into one point directly in the center of the village's ground. Now the villages are tiny, so you can see at the center point there's a small, kind of like a purple orb that kind of glows, like a heartbeat, from beat to beat. Yeah, the domes are unlocked at this time.
Awesome.
Charming, without anyone doing anything, just dash forward and go into the village.
Hey, I don't know what happened, but
I'm not crazy.
she didn't, I guess.
Yeah. So you all see that the dome collapses. You just don't see where it went. For Viking, Kamura, and Riveni, you think that the dome just disappeared. Whatever Tolly's doing worked. So
Middle of the city.
yeah. The city is tiny. Imagine Smurf, like small mushroom city, so mushroom village. So yeah, you easily walk directly into the village, and you see Jasmine is trying to bring back those residents who were still inside when the dome like formed. However, most of them looks like they binded themselves with the land. So you see tiny feys, they kind of reach their foot kind of stuffed into the ground, and like kind of sprouts coming out of their bodies, leaves coming out of their bodies, so they look like a tiny tree people. Yeah, and they don't seem like they're moving either, as their face are like kind of fading. Not second by second you see the difference, but you do see that they're not looking as alive as before. So you don't think that's a good thing.
When I see this, I'm like, oh shit, 9! We completely forgot about him. He's almost dead.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, 9 is still in the bag, still unconscious. No spark of life inside of him. Jasmine went into the center of a larger, kind of like a mushroom made of the house, and you heard like loud scruffling sound coming inside the house, as if Charming is like trying to search something really important, and the sound stopped. Yeah.
You alright?
It's gone. I mean, how is that? Oh, bloody hell. And she springs out of the house, like she sprints out of the house and says, someone must have taken the scroll. I mean, it's a temporary measurement made by Papa if the staff fails and if something happens to defend us. Yeah, and it's gone. Someone must have took it.
Who knew about it?
Well, me, Papa, Jasmine also know, and well, it's not really a secret. Almost all of the villagers know, because it does nothing else other than fend off the Shadowfell's energy, the shadow magic. So yeah, if anyone needs it, if we're in the time of need, we'll use it and defend us. But
someone was smart enough to take away the backup.
Is there any way we can wake up your companions here? And ask them what's...
Charming looks sad when you mention that, and she says, I don't think there's any way to bring them back. They've been like I said before, the dome appeared out of nowhere and kind of binds them to where they are. In order to survive, they need to transform themselves into a being that gets nutritions from the earth. The dome was unlocked, was broken too late. They're beyond saving. And she looks. You see tears coming out of her face as she says this. Yeah.
I sort of get this sort of sullen look, but I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah. Like she kind of weeps for a while, and then like kind of rubs her eyes, rub the tears off, and says, I can't be sad at this point. I need to find whoever took the scroll and use it. I mean, I'm the only one awake. But who would take it? I mean, did you guys
If you're
see
the only
anyone
one-
else?
The
Was
only other
anyone else
person-
awake?
Didn't see.
Then how is that possible?
Whoever took Jasmine also knew about the scroll. Don't know how yet.
Maybe can you? I mean, can you guys lead me to where Jasmine was?
Sure,
Is the orb still blinking? And am I the only person that can still see
The
it?
orb's still blinking.
Okay,
As
before we
if
go...
it's beckoning on something or someone. Yeah.
Any... Can anyone else see this?
Nope. Charming's like, what are you talking about? See
There's an
what?
orb. There's an orb that was sustaining the field, and it's right
Do you
here.
point to the direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Charming looks really hard. Is like, and looks at you with a wary look. It's like, you sure you're okay?
Dead
I
certain.
mean, getting a punch across your face is hard. I mean,
I've taken worse hits from my family. Now.
okay. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I can take you to where she previously was, if you want.
Okay. Please. And she flies on your shoulder and getting ready.
Yeah, and I'll
Laura, at this point,
Oh,
leaps out and from the bushes. She's still awake, but you see that she's clearly not as bright and vibrant as she used to be. Like, after all, she is a celestial. And, like, the body parts of her, like, usually sparkles with energies. But now it's, like, dim and dark. And she looks like a normal cat. Yeah.
How big is the orb, Tully?
yeah, but
It's
Like
about
Magic
a
8 Ball size?
fist size big. It's a pretty big orb.
I go over. I'm like, I can see her like pulling us
Pointing,
over.
yeah.
I'm trying
I'm
to
like-
figure it.
I'm like trying to feel for it, and I'm like completely
Okay.
in the wrong
Uh,
spot. I know.
yeah. You try to feel for it, and all you touch is air. You're like, is it here? Is it the right place? And try to find the right spot. So Tolly, you see Viking is facing the direct opposite direction as the orb, trying to feel the orb, and then I was like, is it here? Is it here? Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn to him and go, I want to pick it up, alright? If I
Okay.
go nuts,
Yeah, we know. Punch her in the face. I'm just
Yeah.
like nod.
I'm gonna pull my cloak up over my hands and I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. Okay, as you pick it up, nothing happens.
Awesome.
You pick it up successfully. The light kind of gets dimmer, but nothing really happens.
Did anything else around us change?
Nope, nothing.
Mine now.
Okay.
I see this, and I'm like, I come over to her and I like try and just poke it,
Okay. You felt
see if there's anything there.
yeah, you felt something. Something invisible, but it's there. It's physical. You just can't see it. You can't feel the touch on the orb. The cold, like kind of silk-like smooth on the orb. You presume that probably something well carved, made out of a fine stone or probably glass or something. But yeah, you can poke it, you can touch it, you just can't see it.
I tell Tali I can't see it, but I can feel something there. So we know you're not insane.
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish.
Good news for me.
So I sort of walk over to where Jasmine was previously lying there.
Yeah, so Charming bends, flies towards the ground and just kind of touch the floor as she's okay. She do a little bit sensing. You think that's what she's doing, and she's like, "That's weird. That is really weird. I don't sense anyone was here. Are you sure this is the right spot?"
Yeah, that was the spot.
But it's impossible. I mean, if like we're pixies, so she kind of reveals that we're the pixies. So, especially with us, our tribe has a kind of like a commune in nature kind of thing. So whoever left a trail behind, unwillingly, like unconsciously, when they fall unconscious, they'll automatically leave a trail behind. So we can track them fairly easy. But now it's just I don't sense anything. It's as if no one was here at all.
I'm gonna come up with the orb.
Okay.
Put it in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah. You just
Anything
place
else?
it gently into your pocket for later studies. But for now, yeah. It's nothing. Charming looks at you guys and says, like, kind of half begging, says, "Can you please, I don't know, maybe track it?" So, for
What
those
would
of
that
you
start
who
with?
wishes to do a further study, you can roll for either A, investigation, or B, survival. Depend on what kind of tracks you wish to pick up. All right. So, for Tali,
I'm not good at survival.
yeah.
No.
So Tali and Rivani, you guys both think that A, there was someone here. It's making us, because you can clearly see there's a small dent in the ground, as if someone fell when they were standing. So that's hence the dent. But Tali, you see a little bit further. You see there's no drag marks. There's no kind of like leaving trails from further. So whoever leaves with Jasmine is probably A, the transporting her by magic, or B, just someone just took her, like out of thin air. It was just like probably flying or I don't know, other ways of transportation.
Flying or teleported.
Yeah.
I mentioned that like yeah. So there's like a dent in the ground here. So she was definitely here at some point. I think she either got picked up and taken away, or she disappeared by magic.
For all of you, you can try to roll for Arcana to sense if there's any magic, or if anyone knows detect magic, you can use that. Okay. So Rivani, you don't sense anything. Nope. There's no trail of magic. All right. So Viking, you also don't sense anything. You were busy trying to do something else. Tolly, you
It's magic
sense
there.
that there's no energy. No, like, you're not sure. Maybe it's because the branding helps broaden your sight, or maybe it's because your baton that was affected you in the first place. You can sense light magic, but you don't sense anything at all at this spot.
Like a dead zone. There's nothing.
Yep.
I stab things. I don't know magic. Why?
All right. Actually, Hamora's gonna give it a try. Seeing you guys all stuck, she's like smirking and says, "I got this." And let's see how she does it.
Just starts punching the air. She's like,
Yeah,
finding
she's
magic.
like, "I got it, magic." Okay, she says, same as Tully here. Nothing, not a thing. Maybe she flies away. I mean, after all, she has a wing, right? Amara just says that. Charming looks at her as if she's an. Well, start with an I. I'm gonna say the word. And says, "Well, we're all unconscious. That seems highly unlikely that she'll just fly away. I mean, we're all affected, right?"
Yeah, but what if it was an inside job? What if she was protected?
It's impossible. You're overthinking it. Charming just laugh, like with tears, even though she was crying a few seconds ago. But she's now laughing, just like, it's impossible. Jasmine, she's been with us for. Wait, and then she pauses. She's like, thinking really hard. Wait, how long was she? Hold on. But I remember her from when we were kids. How long? How long has she been with us? I mean, that's.
How can you forget her flaming hair?
I know, but that's the thing. I don't remember. Like our tribe, we grew up together, but I just don't remember when is the first time I saw her. I mean, it's hard to forget such a flaming hair, right? I mean, yeah, she's just pondering that.
Also makes it easy to insert herself.
She's like, but I'm sure she's got a good explanation for that. Or, well, it's nothing. I mean, unless you count when oh shit. And she starts, as she as she thinks deeper, she starts realizing something, and her face turned pale at once. And she says,
what is it? What's wrong?
Last time when we were in the woods, I overheard she was talking to someone not of our tribe. She was talking to someone named Flash. I mean, yeah, she.
Ooh.
But she claimed it's just the wild, or like she was just talking to an animal or something. I didn't pick that up really. I mean, we got tons of tiny foxes, tiny dogs, tiny cats. I mean, I didn't think too much about it.
Also renowned assassins.
What?
Was this Flash Quickling by any chance?
Quicklings? They're not allowed to be in here. You notice that her facial expression changed, and when she says that, in a way of like disgust, disgust. She's like, no, well, quicklings, they're kind of like foul creatures. We don't acknowledge them as a member of the Feywild. They were outcasts. They're like, if I need to find a reference, they're like drows comparing to you guys. And she points to Tully. That's you. So yeah,
Okay.
they're not allowed to be in here. Our magic
Okay.
actually prevents that.
Okay,
And she
because
says, yeah.
because we kind of ran into a quickling who had the name the Flash, and
That's disgusting.
he tried to assassinate us.
Assassinate?
And
Huh. That's
if
beneath
this is
us.
if that's the same Flash, that's not really
I
a good
don't
sign.
I don't really know. I never see him. I only overheard in the woods. Like I said, when I was trying to get closer to Jasmine, all she was talking to was a tiny fox. That's all I see.
What was the conversation about? How much did you hear?
Oh, well, not much. Just that they were talking about leaving. I was thinking that maybe just outside of the village, maybe go for a tour. Yeah, they said something about exploring the world and kind of like leaving away. And I really, I'm sorry. I
That's
didn't
okay,
pay
though.
much attention to that.
It's okay. You've been for a while. I try to comfort her.
But I mean, even how? All right. First things first. Let me explain something. Even when a pixie such as Jasmine would kind of even talk to a quickling, which is A, impossible, B, disgusting, and C,
Agreed.
forbidden.
Agreed.
Well, when I say forbidden, it's actually magically binded for them to unable to see each other, unable to talk to each other, unable to communicate to each other. Basically, quicklings are not, well, not only not allowed, but also can't enter Feywild, even if they try to. That's
But what-
why our tribe was here in the first place. Papa's magic, he uses not only his magic to reinforce the edge, the boundaries of Feywild, but also blocking any malicious creatures such as quicklings or like shadow demons, shadow dragons to enter Feywild. That's our, well, kind of
I
like our
interrupt
duty.
her and I'm like, obviously we've identified a few flaws in that plan. We just had a shadow thing in here, so what makes think a quickling couldn't get in too?
But I didn't see. Can you? Well, you described the shadow thing, and you notice that how hard it is trying to get in, right? It takes a tremendous amount of energy and, well, power to stay in shape. The black hands and the black lightnings you mentioned, there are like merely the energy from Shadowfell, and even that can penetrate through. Like, it's really hard for them to do that. I'll have to admit, that's why we need Papa's staff and his knowledge, of course. But his staff has works sort of like a central, well, control kind of like thing. So it kind of defend our village, the boundaries and everything. Without it, we'll have to consider like the scrolls. The scrolls, if we use them, maybe we can temporarily mend the holes. But even the tiny holes, it's almost impossible for any living creatures to pass through. The gates will easily crush them if they try to get through.
Could they be let through? Could someone take the power of your leader's staff? Let them.
Theoretically, that could work theoretically, but without Papa Staff, it's impossible. And he's been out for a trip for God knows how long.
What if he didn't leave by his own choice? Did he tell anyone before he left, or did he just disappear and everyone assumed that he'd gone
Yeah,
away?
he just disappeared like always. Well, he always do that. Like,
Yeah, but that makes him the perfect target. It makes him so easy to take and have no one question why he's gone.
you notice that this is way too much for a pixie to
I know, I'm sorry,
fathom.
love.
Like, so for you guys to know a little bit background, since you're already in Feywild and you guys get fair knowledge of Feys. Feys who lives in Feywild, there are mischievous creatures. They do pranks. They like jokes. There are not devious creatures that set up schemes, set up plans. So for them to even think about the possibility makes them headaches. They are like a reflection. So Feywild is an echo of the primitive, not primitive, the center realm. So they're like a better reflection, as Shadowfell is the like a darker, worse reflection. So yeah, good things tend to be better in Feywild. So yeah, she's like, oh my god, my headaches. I mean, you see, even thinking about it makes my head hurts. How is Jasmine like possible to do anything like this? It's impossible.
Might not even be her fault. Something awfully dark is here.
Yeah, that must be it. And like, it's like a person with the last straw. She latches
Desperately
onto
grasping.
it, and she's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's definitely it's probably something that got a hold of Jasmine. I don't think it's her fault. I don't believe it. She's never gonna betray us. It must be something that got her. But we need to find it. That's the thing. I don't see anything else that could help us, that could point us the way. Shit. As she says that.
We don't really have any. We don't really have anything to track right now.
Yeah, as she says that, as you says that, the noise you guys heard from Tali and Ravani, you guys heard noise before. You notice that the lights are getting darker and darker. As Charming finished that sentence and Ravani says that, the whole place just went from dim light to complete darkness. The woods transform, shape-shifting, as if they're having a mind of their own. The branches stretching out from the main tree lines into a further vine like branches. They lapse out, bind themselves to the ground, kind of roots in deeper as the soil gets dark and filthy and muddy. And all the surroundings change from a bright, sunshiny like place, like holiday like place, into a darkness swamp with filthy smell, horrifying looking trees, and howlings from afar.
I just look around and go like, okay, I was not ready for the landscape to
Charming looks terrified. Oh no.
Is it spreading towards the village?
This is not happening. This is not happening. Okay. She starts running.
I'm after her.
She's not running to a direction. She starts escaping.
Just panic?
Like, yeah, just panic attack, running away.
I want to grab her.
Okay. Roll.
Can I help?
Okay. So, Tully, roll me a. Let me check. Sleight of hand check with advantage because Ravani is helping you. blocking Charming's path. All right.
All right.
You easily grab her, like by the butterfly wings and pick her up. She's like, "Let me go!" Ah, yeah.
Darling, focus on me.
Her
With me.
expression turns dark as you look at her eyes. You like before, her eyes looks bright, and like there are various colors shifting from purple to pink to bright to like yellow, but now it's just pure darkness inside her eyes. And she's like, "No, let me go!" And she turns around, try to bite your hand.
I'm just gonna take it. I'm not letting go.
Okay. Okay.
I-
So
I-
you take 1 point of bite damage, and despite it's hurt, you cling onto her and not letting her go.
Listen to me. Come back.
I turned to Tally and I started saying like, maybe this is a good time for us to just get out of here now.
God, I'd love to. How?
For Viking, as they were talking about getting out and everything, you sense multiple things that were from afar. They are gaining distance.
I'm gonna use divine sense.
Yeah. It
See
activates.
if-
That's what I see. That's what I said.
Yeah.
It activates without your, like, permission or something like that. So you guys see, Viking's eyes turned dark, like darkness dark, as he looks directly into the woods.
We got company, and it's not the friendly type. And I raise my shield and
Yeah.
whatnot.
So yeah,
Uh,
you sense them. You that's the weird thing for Viking. You can't tell what they are. Usually, your divine sense will guide you and gives you direct instinct on maybe they're celestial, maybe they're fiend, maybe they're undead. This time, it's a blur. You sense something, but you can't tell what it is, what they are.
Should we run? Maybe we should run.
Charming, still struggling, says, "Let me go! We can't stay here!"
And what
Yeah,
are we
yes,
supposed to do?
Oh,
Not-
actually,
Yeah, she makes a great point. We probably shouldn't be staying here.
yeah. Actually, as you clutch her tight, Tali, you notice that the darkness starts fading from Charming's eyes, and she's like,
Is that Charm?
she's like painting
Easy now.
heavily, like,
Yeah. Breathe.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
All right. I'm calm.
Okay.
I'm calm.
Eyes on me.
Okay.
We have trouble inbound. Are you gonna stay with me?
Yeah, I guess. She just says, but I still think. I mean, there's a path I know. Maybe we can avoid them.
Lead the way.
All right.
Avoiding
all
this
right.
is really good.
Let's go.
Let's go the avoid route.
Okay. So Viking, do you follow them or?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
boy,
to.
we're going.
No, I'm gonna have to put my shield and sword away, and I'm going to fireman carry 9.
Okay. Yeah. So you pick up 9. 9 is, well, surprisingly light in weight. Like, before you see him like walking around like normal people, but he's lighter than air. That's the weird.
I'm gonna. Then I'll keep my shield on, and then I'll fireman's carry,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah, it's like nothing. It's like you're not carrying anything. If you can't feel his figure, you might think that you already lost him or something. He's already gone. But for now, you carry him with ease. It doesn't. So, mechanically speaking, it doesn't affect you when you're in combat.
Okay.
So you guys run towards where Charming was pointing, and she points at a hole, like deep down into a tunnel where you can't see where it leads. And she says, just down there, just going down there and go past there. Well, I'll make the tree to give us ways. And she puts her palm into the ground. You see like sweats coming down from her forehead as she's trying something really hard. And for a second, you felt nothing. But then you see the tunnels, they were like tiny for face size. It spread, went bigger and bigger until it's fitting for all of you to walk down easily. And she says, "Go! I'm right behind you guys."
You'll have to tell me twice, and I just sort of start racing into the tunnel.
All right, you slide down into the tunnel into a darker place where you can't see because you don't have any visions. All right, what are
when I
you
get
guys
to the
gonna do?
bottom, you can hear me. You can hear shout, "This is not an improvement." You can't help but notice that this is not an improvement.
Save your breath on running. Charming's like, just can't hold forever. Go.
Next, Hamura's through.
Oh yeah,
Making her
Hamura
close.
just, without
I'll go-
anyone
I'll be the last
asking,
one.
she just jumps.
Or second last one.
Okay.
Since I'm carrying what's his
Yeah. So
9,
Viking
I
went
can't really
right.
defend
Yeah.
much.
Viking went right after Hamura, and then Tolly. Do you wish to? Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on Charming. Charming's coming.
Yeah,
Or I'm
yeah.
grabbing her.
As you slide into the tunnel, Charming kind of lets go of whatever the ground she was holding and tried to slide down. Emphasize on the try. As she
Grabbing her.
was grabbed by her
Oh.
wings by a black palm. And you heard the familiar voice once again saying, "Where do you think you're going? Come back here." And she was pulled on her wings, and she screams in pain. You can see the tearing on her wings as she was pulling back. Do you pull her legs, Tolly?
God, I don't want to break her wings. I'd rather take the bastard's hand off, but there's no way that I'm going to do that, is there?
Yeah. You're in a position where you can't really take out the hand without hurting Charming. She's like screaming, "Ow, that hurts! It hurts!" And
I don't want to hurt her anymore. I don't want to hurt her.
Okay. So you let go and you see helplessly as Charming was pulled away. Before the tunnel closes, you see the familiar face of Flash looking right at you and says, "Oh, you guys are here. How wonderful." And
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
If I...
Yeah. The gate closed.
I have yet to meet this guy. Man,
Yeah. Viking, you only heard the voice. You never actually see him in person. He looks charming.
no idea. Yeah,
Yeah, you still have
Not getting
no
sugar.
idea.
So the rest of us, like,
Yeah,
heard-
so the
heard-
rest of you slide for about 5 minutes. It's like a slide, like, you know, in the amusement park. They just slide down, to a deeper end until you finally hit the solid floor. You all fly in midair. Roll me a dexterity save, each one of you. Don't worry, it's gonna be an easy one. Charming opened a path for.
I haven't rolled my net one today.
Yeah,
No,
you
we're
all
good.
succeeded. Hamura is actually gonna do it. Hamura is actually gonna
But
do
what I
it.
meant was, like, did the rest of us hear the Flash, like,
Yeah,
you can
you
just-
all heard Flash saying, yeah, everything.
like while we were sliding, or
Yeah. All right. So, Ravani, you stood up, really harshly, for the long ass ride, and you heard a thumping right behind you, as you see Hamura planted her head into the mud, trying to get it out. She's like, ugh, frick. You see, like, her face is covered in mud and slob.
It's darkness, remember? But it's darkness, I can't see, right?
Yeah, but she's right in front of your face.
Okay. So
Yeah, so you can see, like, mud covering her face. It's faint. Yeah, but you can still see a glimpse of her face. Yeah,
You okay?
for those of you who are having the dark vision, you all see Hamura covered in mud, trying to pull herself up from the muddy floor. It's like, ugh, I hate muds, and she's trying to get herself up. Yep.
Hey, free mud mask. It's good. It'll help your skin, I'm sure.
I bet Tolly would be willing to punch you in the face. I think that helps in this situation.
I'll reach out and sort of try to help her out as best as I can.
Yeah, so Riveni, for those of you who have dark vision, you see Riveni awkwardly reaches out her hand into an opposite direction of Hamura. It's like, here, Hamura, let me help you, and scoop into the mud. Yeah.
I'll cast light on
Okay.
the butt of 9,
Okay.
holding him fireman's pose.
Okay. So, Riveni,
Oh, whoops.
yeah, you're like, oh, it's so bright. For a second, you can't see anything, and then you notice that the direct light
finger in
coming
Mora's
out
mouth?
from Nine's butt. For the record, he doesn't have an asshole. Just saying.
I didn't say anything. I just said butt.
Yep. So yeah, you don't see anything, and you think that, yeah, Nine's fine. Just saying. Anyway, so now you can all see, even Riveni. Yeah, so you found yourself awkwardly scooping the mud.
Yeah, I throw that down and I reach
right
out to where
here. Hamura just points to herself.
I reach out to where Hamura actually is. Yeah.
Okay, and she grabs onto you. You both were up out of the mud, and she's like, "Ah, this is great. Now we lost Charming. Where the hell are we gonna go? We're gonna stuck here forever, like the Underdark, and fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just grumpy at this point.
Just as nice. We followed along. I'm gonna scout 20 feet ahead.
Okay. So you scout. Roll me a perception check.
While
Right.
she's scouting,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like fashion, take my rope out and start like fashioning kind of like a backpack because 9 is pretty light. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like back to back and then like just tie them on around my waist. And
Yeah, definitely. You tie him up with ease and carry him like a baby. So yeah, you took about 5 minutes to fashion the rope and tie him up. As Tolly was moving forward, Tolly, you heard mostly dripping sound, as if there's a stream that was on top of you. You heard dripping sound onto the mud, onto the rock on the side, as you scout further away, deeper into wherever this is, and then it comes to a turn. It's a one-way path, and then it comes to you found yourself at the lowest point, and then you start walking up. You see 2 paths, like on the left and right side of you. You don't know where they lead, but it feels like the right side is slightly higher at this point. You see, like in front of you on the wall, on the transaction, on the section, you see a marking on top of it. You don't really recognize what it is. It's a weird symbol of a jagged kind of like dice.
There's a symbol over one tunnel, nothing over the other.
No, it's a symbol of in between. So as you walk to the crossway, you see right in the middle
Okay.
a dice symbol. It's a D6. It looks like carved into the walls, if any sort of details. Yeah. So yeah, what would you like to do at this point?
I'll point it out to the party and just be like,
Okay. So for all of you can see, the D6, the 6th side is facing right towards you.
Can it? Is there any way it can be like pulled out or where it is? Or,
You can try. You can try.
I guess I'll try.
Okay. It's a tiny symbol, so do you put your hands on top of it?
Well, I guess I'll touch it with my fingers.
Okay. You touch it with your fingers. You think you can press it. You gently poke it. Nothing really happens. You think it's a button of sort.
Oh, maybe this is like a button or something, and I'll go ahead and push it.
Okay. As you press it, the wall that was right in front of you kind of makes a crackling sound and retrieves in, and then retrieves further and further and further until it reveals a long path with each side having 4 on each side, kind of like storage room of sort.
oh, hey,
That's neat.
have a look.
Yeah.
No traps,
So
no
the
nada?
storage room, you notice that there are plenty of berries, rations, and foods. There are like breads that are made out of like weeds or something, and there are small, tiny plants inside all the storage. It looks like a temporary kind of shelter if should anything happens above ground. And the tunnel leads further ahead.
Grab any food if we need it, and then we carry on.
Okay. So you grab about 10 days rations and put it into the bag of holding. So yeah. Do you still move forward? Or
Good
to
to
the
go.
right
We need a
or
break.
to the
Oh.
left?
Because I'm slightly wounded. I could do with a break, but I don't think anyone else is hurt.
I'm all right.
Okay. So
Um,
you okay. Sorry, back
yeah,
what you were trying to say?
How wounded are you?
I'm like half hit points.
Yeah.
I'll use it. I have like 20 points of lay on hands I can give you.
Okay.
I could do 15 would be amazing.
Okay, so I'll give you 15.
Okay.
Does the claw come out and try and kill her?
Actually,
Just saying.
Actually, it wraps her around. The claws actually gets bigger, and it clenches around her shoulder and squeeze. Tully, you feel that unlike normal healing, it's like squeezing the potential out of you, squeezing your life out of you, and making you feel better temporarily.
I like
you're
look at the
healed.
hand and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
bad hand.
As you said no, the hand disappeared into thin air. So Tala, you're healed back, but you're not sure if there is any lingering effect. It feels nothing at the point.
That's
That's
new.
It's a weird way of healing somebody, but if it works, then I guess it works.
Yeah, I'm all right, but bloody Feywild, man.
Yeah. Hamura just like, you should have asked me. You should have asked me.
Yeah.
Wait, you could. I look at her. I'm like, wait, you can heal? Since when?
She turns her hand
Oh no.
into the
Normally it's like a
warhammer
backhand.
and backhand you. Like,
Good.
bitch, please. No, that's not Hamura. But anyway, she's not backhanding you. That's just a scenario. But no, she's just like angrily pouting, basically. She's like, ugh. Anyway, we should get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
I'll stay close to Talia as she.
Yeah.
okay.
I'll guide her.
Yeah. Though there's light, it's still dark on the outside, and for Riveni, you just can't see the details. But anyway, you guys walk along further. Oh, for Riveni, roll me an investigation.
Oh. 19.
All right. You think you kicked onto something.
Wait a minute. I think I just kicked something.
So you bent
I
over.
see.
You see a pair of goggles on the ground. It looks really tiny, as if they were toys.
I was gonna say I kind of forgot. Technically, when I put 9 on my back,
Mm-hmm.
now light shining out of
Yeah, you.
between our asses.
Yes.
It's highly amusing.
Yeah.
Just like the floor is lit, nothing else.
Yeah.
You're not ruining my night vision. We're
Yeah.
okay.
Riveni's like, shit, you have to do it. You have to shit my moments. But anyway.
I pick up the tiny goggles and I show them to Tally.
Okay. So, Riveni, you pick up the tiny goggles. Riveni, so for Talia and Riveni, for those of you who are paying attention, you see the goggles suddenly grow from tiny to like normal size. That's fitting for a human to wear, or well, a medium-sized creature to wear. And it looks like there are like blue specks, like blue lenses on top of the goggles, and there's a small carved rune on the side of the bar, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it looks like just a normal goggle.
Oh. Well, someone must have dropped these.
Yep.
And I'll try and put them on.
As you put them on, you notice that at first you don't notice anything, but then you realize, why do I see further ahead? So yeah, now you can see better in the dark.
I'm like, whoa! I can actually see.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I start looking around and I'm like, these must be magic goggles.
You got the goggle of night, so now you can see like normal. Well, it's only 30 feet, but at least you can see in the night.
They look good on your little bed.
Yeah. It looks.
Oh, thank
It actually looks weird on Riveni because she now looks like some
Okay.
crazy pilot with big ass goggles, but it's fine.
It's funny,
She doesn't
but I'm
need
not
to know
saying.
the truth. It's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When she says this, I approach her with like the newly cast light. I'm like, "What is that?" And I like go right up to her face. What'd you find?
Riveni, you feel the sudden burn right in front of your eyes with your new gained eyesight. You're like, ah! You take 1 point of light damage.
Oh no!
Look at that, Ricky, look at that.
Yeah.
They're-
With a
they're
sudden
magic.
heightened intensity of your vision, you suffer, and you're blind for about a minute.
Too much light.
Too much
Too much
light. Too
light.
much light.
Everybody else have dark vision? We good?
Yeah, but no one shines the light in front of their face.
Yeah, I know, but just like we can put the light out if everybody else has dark vision. We can.
No. So I have the headband on. I'm very smart right now.
Yeah.
I knew that this was going to happen,
Yeah.
but because of all of the years having dark vision and getting screwed over by the humans, it was just a retaliation moment I had to do. Just like,
Yeah, you just had to. Ravani, you sort of roll me an insight check. Viking, roll me a deception. Deception check. All right. So, Ravani, you think Viking's usually pretty dumb, so you think he's not doing it intentionally. Yeah, it must be an honest mistake.
Be careful next time.
All right, you guys move forward. You finally
guide me again.
Yeah. So you
just
which path?
FYI, you're blind again for a minute. Just
Yeah.
like you were
You're
without the
blind,
photo.
so
I'm holding a hand and narrating
yeah.
like you would with a blind person. Just-
like holding a kid. Tali, you guide Ravani to forward. You guys choose the front path, right? To move.
yeah, the
deeper?
one that
Okay.
opened up for us.
So you move forward and forward until you think you're moving upwards, and then eventually you see a dim light coming from a tiny hole from afar. It's about 30 or 40 feet up high. So
I'm
you
gonna get the party to
might
stop.
need to climb up there.
I got my boots. I'm gonna fly.
Okay. Yeah. So with winged boots, you can carry yourself with one other person. However, it's gonna be really slow, and if
That's
you're
fine.
attacked, you are sitting ducks.
I'm just gonna tell the party to wait for like a second while I check to see that there's nothing
Okay.
that's gonna kill us, and
Okay.
then
So you fly up there,
Okay.
and then you realize the tiny hole description is not just a description. You think that while Charming was leaving and was forced to leave, she closed the path behind you guys, and that might result
And it closed
in
the
she
exit as
closing
well.
both ends. Yeah, so the tiny hole, it's about fitting for a 1 foot tall tiny creatures to pass through. So yeah, you think you need to make your way out, but the rock doesn't. The earth on top of it doesn't look thick. You think with a little bit of time,
Worst case we can dig.
borrow your way out. Yeah.
all right, I'll drop back down and tell everybody.
Okay.
Yep. Am I still blind by the time she comes back?
No,
or am I,
definitely
like,
not.
trying to-
You walk for about 5 minutes
Okay.
inside the tunnel, so
Okay,
you're
yeah.
fine at this point. And
Yeah, so
plus, there are dim lights now, so you can see a little bit better.
Okay, good.
As it's just Hamura, Ravani, and myself. I'm like to Hamura. I'm like, I don't know about you, but I just want to sit in a tavern somewhere and drink my face off. I'm just tired of being
I
underground, in
know,
the
right?
Feywild, like captured, poisoned. Like
Yeah,
I just want to go drink.
me too.
Like this is the idle conversation Hamura and I are having.
Yeah, Komura actually talks back to you and says, "You know, in our family, there was once this keg of wonder that can generate all kinds of drinks and anything, as you wish, as you see fit. So yeah, if we ever gets back, maybe we can share a drink with you. I mean, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I'm also sick of having muds on my face, falling down into the tunnels. Well, usually I love tunnels, but not these days. Definitely not." And that's when you guys finished the conversation, that's when Tolly came back down and talked to you guys. And yeah, so you guys, as Homura basically says, All right, fine by me. I'm ready. Just, you know what? Probably get me up there. I can change my fist into a tool, and then we can burrow our way out. Sounds good?
Good to me.
Where
Let's
should
do
we?
it. Yeah, and she just opens her arm awkwardly for you to pick her up.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck her on my shoulders.
Yeah, she's
Embrace.
like, this never goes out. She just looks around you guys like, never let anyone know I was carried like a baby. Never.
Not a baby. Most dignified.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, she starts flying outwards
You got a
and
babe and
upwards.
she's flying away, and that's my new nickname for her.
All right. She's like, "Ugh." And you guys fly up with ease onto the tunnel. And she starts burrowing with her newly turned hammer fist and starts hammering outwards. It takes you about 10 minutes or so, sweaty, and mud's coming out of your face. Tali, you feel like your hands are shaking because you're holding Hamura, and you have to
Like cheerleader.
take the impact as she's burrowing upwards. So yeah, it's not a pleasant 10 minutes, but you made it. You guys finally dug your way out of the ground and find yourself in somewhere near a lake or something.
Is the light like increasing or?
Oh no. That's what I meant when it's you. So for Hamura and Tali, you guys found yourself near the coast of the lake. Just near the land, on top of the land, definitely not inside the lake, or else the waters would drown you.
But like,
yeah.
But like, is it light out right now or?
Yeah, the light's getting brighter. It comes down, and you guys all see that.
Yeah, so I quickly sort of take off the goggles as it gets lighter out, since there's no point.
Yeah. So you burrowed your way out, and you guys starts climbing, I guess.
I'll fly down and carry Ravania and lower a rope for Vakeen.
Okay. So you lower your rope. Roll me a perception check.
Which one of us?
Tali, because she's on top of the ground. Hamura is actually gonna roll for it as well. You don't sense anything, Tali. Hamura is gonna try her luck by perception. She also doesn't sense anything.
Uh-oh.
For Ravani, as you climb, as you were carried out and find yourself at the ground, you think you saw something from the woods, and something just pops up, just flying directly towards you, trying to get a bite of you. It's gonna be a surprise round, so roll me initiative, and then we'll resolve the surprise round first, because none of you sensed that.
Did I manage to get up first, or?
No. You get the rope at this point. You just received the rope hanging down by Tali, and only Ravani noticed that at this point she's been attacked. So initiative. Everyone needs to click on the token. All right, I'm gonna help you guys. Don't worry. Ravani.
Did you want me to roll initiative as well?
Definitely.
For climb?
Definitely.
Okay.
So that way you know how fast you climb. Okay. Hold on. Why isn't? Yeah. At turn. 19. Descending. And since he's down, I'm gonna mark him as unconscious. All right. So Ravani. Let's see. Hold on.
I had rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
I already put it in. Don't worry.
okay.
Claws. So, as you're standing out in the lands, taking a breather, a flying creature kind of swoops down onto you and try to claw you with its sharp claws. You can't really get her shape or his or it shape, but the flying bird-like creature kind of claws you, dealing nothing. Well, the second attack, it's a hit, dealing 9 points of slashing damage as the second attack sinks into your body, clawing a really gashing wounds on top of your body. Yeah, and you heard the kind of like a bird squawking sound as it's flying away into the woods. So yeah.
As I get hit, I just sort of cry out, giant bird thing.
Okay. So you guys are all aware of this happening. And yeah, you're now in combat. But that's the only thing you can see. Let me roll for her initiative. Well, I keep saying her, but it's actually a he. Well, nope. All right.
What? Hamura's
Nice.
he. Spoilers.
Spoilers? Fuck. I didn't know. Ah, shit. All right. Fine. You guys get a better view of the creature. You see with spreading wings and female-like figures. It's a harpy. Definitely all of you know what a harpy is. Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh no.
Yeah. Not a save, a check. Yeah.
I'm still down below, so I wouldn't know or see it.
Okay. Yeah. That's reasonable. But for those of you who are above ground, you all know what a harpy is. They are nasty creatures. They usually fly down and attack innocents from above. They usually nest in a certain place. Yeah.
Oh, we found a nest. Oh.
And when I mean nest, usually means there's a bunch. Hamura doesn't know anything. She's usually spent her life underground, so no. Yeah, so for now, Ravani, you're the first one in line. Do your thing. What would you like to do? You still see the harpy kind of looming above a tall tree line. She's about 20 feet away. Oh, sorry. Let me check. Yeah, 15 feet away and about 5 or 10 feet above. So yeah, what would you like to do?
I haven't been able to rest and recover any of my spell slots since like the last fight we did, right?
Yeah. You guys
Right,
haven't
yeah.
rest or do anything else, so no.
Yeah, I'll just do like a firebolt at her.
Okay, so you roll for a firebolt. Go for it. For a firebolt attack.
Shoot. Shoo, Harpy, go away.
Shoo. Nice. Nice. That's definitely a hit. So you sing, for Hamura and Tali, you guys see that from the fingertip of Hamura of Ravani, that used to be a orange energy of bright light and fiery power turns green. It kind of echoes in the midair, kind of echoes into a laughter as it bursts out and she shoots the harpy and burns half of her wings off. It's like, yeah. So yeah, 15. That's a lot. Nice. 15, 23. Okay. Yep. She's taking a lot of hit. And that will be the end of your turn, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So now will be Viking's turn. Viking, if you speed up, if you double your speed, if you forgo your action, you can move up to ground at this point, at this turn. But yeah, that will spend your movement and your action. You still have your bonus action if you wish to do that.
Yeah, I'll try and
All right.
dash up the rope.
All right. Roll me a strength check. Okay.
9.
You wiggle your way up, though hard. You still manage to climb out of the tunnel, but it exhausts you using all of your action and your movement. And yeah,
Okay.
that will be it. Now it'll be Tolly's turn. Tolly, you see finally, Viking is climbing out of the tunnel, and you're now ready for combat. What would you like to do?
Target the harpy, I guess.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for attack. So, as you reach... Oh, I forgot to say this. As you reach for your baton, you do notice that the stone that was etched onto the end of the baton that used to be red because it was made out of the bloodstone, it turns all black. You still recall the horrifying pain when you last use it, but dangers are facing down at your door, so you have to do it. You throw the baton. You don't hear the familiar sound that calls you master. It just dead quiet inside, and you feel this.
I'm relieved and terrified at the same time.
Yeah. But at this moment, you feel this hunger as the baton hits the harpy. The hunger kind of... It feels like you haven't eaten in days. It feels like your stomach is like dead, like it's empty, like a black hole sucking everything in. Yeah. Roll for damage. So, with that and the sneak attack bonus,
I don't think.
yeah, do you apply sneak attack? No, I don't think.
No, because nobody's next to it, and
Yeah.
it knows I'm there.
Yeah, and then he knows. Well, she knows where you are.
I didn't. Yeah, I
So,
didn't
yeah.
have advantage, and they know I'm there.
Yeah. So she takes 11 points of damage, and she's like hurting really bad. When the baton returns to you, Tully, it doesn't feel fit. Like normally the baton will pass you a sense of joy, like yay, I did a great job and
Yeah.
I'm fed.
Gold star.
But this time the baton sends you more, as if it wants more. It wants more blood, more suffering from others, and you feel this non-stopping hunger inside of you. Yep. But that will be your turn. Now will be Hamura's turn. Hamura is not gonna do anything rash because she can't reach her. Harpy is about 10 feet above the ground. So she's like, you know what? I'm gonna move backwards. And she did.
Fell into the hole.
No, the hole is where you came up. The hole is actually here. I'm gonna mark it, so you get a better sense. The hole is
She
actually
can't
here.
sacred flame.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just gaining a safer distance. Sacred flame. No, actually, you're right. I was wrong. She can't actually sacred flame. 30, 25. Oh, actually, 20. Yeah, it's in the range. So yeah, Hamura is like, all right. I guess I'll do sacred flame. All right, that's definitely a hit. The flame strikes down and tries to burn it as it's trying to dodge out of the way. The harpy, though in pain and suffering, still with one arm broken, trying to get out of the way. And doing fine. So, the fire, though, burns brightly on top of the tree lines. The harpy seems unharmed. Hamura is like, nope, I'm out of here. And she moves away. This was when she moves away. Harpy, sitting on the tree with one arm broken. She's gonna do something, singing a kind of alluring melody. I'm gonna post that. All right. So, for those of you who are around here, make a wisdom save. Tolly, you get advantage. Because it's a
Oh,
charming
no, I'm being
effect.
charmed. Oh.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, that advantage really helped. Oh, no.
Nope. Nope.
I thought elves were immune.
Tolly.
I'm immune to sleep, but I have advantage on being charmed, I think.
Yeah. Hamura is actually gonna make. Okay, she's gonna make it. For
It's just advantage, and I'm done.
for Tolly. All right. You are incapacitated.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can't move, can't do anything else. Yeah, and you're before you went on incapacitated, you move right underneath the harpy. Yeah, and then you just feel this numb. But hold on. As you move towards, hold on. Let me check something. Roll me another save.
Oh, cool.
This does not really.
Where was
Yeah.
that net 20 when I needed it? Yeah.
So not only does you feel numb, you feel this burn in your stomach, eating you up. You take 1 point of starving damage.
Awesome.
Like I said, it's not necessary to.
It's freaking cool.
Bring you
but
benefits.
It's killing me.
Yeah, it's killing you. Right. So, the harpy doing that means she's exhausting her.
Did I
exhausting
pass
her turn?
for the 12?
Yeah, you pass. You all pass besides Tolly.
Yeah,
So,
I done
yeah.
goofed.
And Tolly is taking more because of.
And she was the only one with advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Dice gods.
I
Yeah.
haven't rolled a nat one yet, so it's just like, no, you will be punished.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, the harpy, exhausting her turn, is gonna actually move away since you can't do anything to her. You're incapacitated, and she's actually gonna fly higher into the air. So now she's about 30 feet in the air. With one wings, she's barely holding herself, and she starts wailing. She starts like, "Grak! Grak! Grak!" It sounds like a sign or a signal beckoning something. That'll be the end of her turn. Now it'll be Rainey's turn. Rainey, she's high up in the air, but you still think you can get her with a little bit.
No. Oh, no, you don't. And I do another fireball at her.
Okay, roll for a firebolt. Whoops. No.
Oh.
The firebolt, this time the green flame kind of strikes into the air and into the bushes. It kind of accidentally lights up one of the bushes where Tolly was sitting.
What?
Yeah. It's still a little
I'm
bit
standing
distance.
there.
There's still a little bit distance. It doesn't necessarily hit her or burns her surroundings, but it's burning. So yeah, that will be it. Or
I sort of start looking at my hand, and I'm like saying out loud, like, why is my fire green?
this is the first time it turns green, and it's horrifying. Is that all? Do you wish to move or?
Yeah, I won't do anything else for now.
Okay, that'll be the end of your turn. Now it's Viking's turn. Viking. The harpy is way high up in the air. What would you like to do?
How high?
30 feet up. 30 feet high.
I'm going to pull up my short bow and attack.
Okay. Do you drop your shield and your sword?
Actually, you know what? I'll do javelin instead.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be
'Cause
more
I can do it
reasonable.
with my
Yes.
shielding.
Okay.
So
Throw the javelin. Then. All right.
13.
The harpy actually takes the damage. So you all see that Viking grabs into her backpack, kind of muffle through Nine's body and reaches into the javelin and throws it. For a second, you think he's gonna miss, and then it kind of hits right in the harpy's stomach, as it dealt 9 points of piercing damage. The harpy is not looking good at this point. She's actually not only is she taking damage, but she's also falling.
So, I get a second attack. Does that include?
Yeah, if you still have a javelin, you can still do that.
Yeah, I have another javelin. I was just wondering whether or not it's restricted to melee.
No.
You can attack twice.
She's falling
I can do it
for
again.
20 feet. She's still 10 feet up in the air. You think she's gonna fall to her death, but no, she holds on in her last breath. With the 24, you easily tears through her remaining wings and roll for damage. And
8.
yeah, you easily cut her down. She falls flump into the ground, into the mud, and completely dead. Yep, she's gone.
I'm gonna quickly run over and retrieve my spears or javelin. Sorry.
Okay. As you retrieve your javelins, you heard the noise coming from the tree lines and everything. And then you see more harpies coming from up the hills, coming down towards you, as they were affected by the sound. So yeah, harpies attack. They're like, you think that with a glimpse, you think that there might be a nest on top of the cliff. But
you sound weird.
Mhm.
But when I see this, I forgo grabbing my spear or javelins,
Mhm.
and I reach down and grab a handful of dirt.
Okay. Yeah, you do
And
that. You do that. So
Cramming
you
it to my
have
ear.
about a round before the harpies join. They're still out of combat. They're still out of range, so they're gonna join. You can do for 1 round normally, like what you normal would do anything. So Viking decides to grab the dirt. Is that all? You can still move and attack, but move and do an act. You did an action, so you can still move or bonus action.
Yeah, the dirt though is going in my ears.
Okay. Okay, cool.
If that makes any sense.
Yes, I totally get it. All right, you put the dirt right into your ears, and now you are
To
immune.
muffle the
Yeah.
And then I grab my javelin.
Okay.
My
You
next.
grab your javelins, and that will be the end of your turn. Now will be Tully's turn. Tully, roll me a wisdom save.
And why am I not proficient in wisdom
All
saves?
right.
This is bad for
You
me.
feel your strength coming back at you, but you still feel the emptiness in your stomach. Roll me another one.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. You feel the urge kind of restrained, kind of pushed aside as you found yourself getting back on your feet. And what would you like to do? You're back on your feet. You can still do
Okay.
something and move.
I can hear the harpies coming up.
Yep.
I'm going to stay
There are a lot
hidden
of
in the
trees.
brush and
Okay.
ready an attack for when one's in range.
Do you hide or do you?
Yeah.
Okay. You use your bonus action to hide, and roll me a stealth check.
9 would still be on my back, right?
Yes, he's still on your back, still unconscious. It's totally fine. And for Tully, you think you blend with the shadows. Yeah. All right, that will be the end of your turn. Now it'll be Hamura's turn. Hamura, seeing all this, she's like, "Ah, frack. You know what? Let's try something." She's actually gonna let me check. With her level, she should be able to cast a class clerk. Sorry. I have to check what she can cast at this point. 5th level. Ooh, nice.
Spirit Guardian.
Yep. She can totally do that, but she's a clerk. Well, she didn't protect from that, but she's gonna do something. She cast silence directly into the area of a 20-foot cube, so she's gonna cover this surroundings. 20 foot, that means this part. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna cover it. I'm gonna use the harpy that died as a token to yep, to shine lights so you guys can see.
I think if you double click the token, you can just say radius.
Yeah.
And then set a range. It doesn't have to be light.
Okay. Why is it square? No.
Like if you do an aura on the token, like 20.
Yeah, I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. She's gonna cast it in here to cover up all of them. Well,
yeah, we don't see it though. The thing.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's because we can't see, we don't have control over that token.
No, it's because I didn't open it up. Do you see it?
There you go.
Yep. I should have opened up the aura, but anyway, she's gonna cover it up with these areas, and she's gonna move away. What else can she do? She can. Well, I guess that's it. That will be the end of her turn. Now will be Rivani's turn. Rivani, what would you like to do? They're from afar. You think something has been cast. You don't hear any wailing sound from afar. What would you like to do?
Okay. 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 I'm actually gonna try and cast sleep.
Okay, nice. Go ahead and do it.
Let's see.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay. Okay.
Just click on the sleep, and I'll calculate the rest for you.
Yeah, you need.
Well, it's just
so. But.
All right.
Tell me which area you wish to cover, and I'll count them for you. Sleep.
Do I?
So sleep.
Do I have any? Do I have like any second level spell slots left?
I don't. I think so. You waste. Well, not waste. You exhausted 2 of the 3rd level. You used 2 of the scorching ray, which I believe. Yeah, so you still have 1. The slots is a little bit wrong, but you still have 1.
Yeah, I'll. If I have a second level spell slot left, I'll use that to cast like a second level sleep.
Okay. I'm gonna do that for you. Actually, the roll. Hold on. Roll
5d8.
5d8. No, 6 additional 2. 7d8
Yeah. Okay.
of second level or higher. Yeah. So roll me 7d8. No. Just slash roll
Okay.
7d8. I already clicked left for you. So yeah. Okay, nice. Let's see. So 20 feet.
So,
Do you wish to cover this area or here?
well, there's gonna be two unaffected either way. So
Yeah.
I'll just put it here so that it affects all three of these.
Okay, cool. Let me check. 25 feet.
Reread that and see who gets affected.
Sending the order.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, you have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm.
Within 20 feet. Don't worry. You can. I'll say you position the spell into. Well, you can use careful. Do you have careful casting as a sorcerer? You can spend a sorcery point to avoid casting on.
If you just target, one square back, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can cover all.
friendly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just use like this point as the target.
Okay. So, these. How many hit points of creatures? Okay. Creatures affected by unconscious. All right. So, these three, you see all of them starts to fall from the sky, dropping like birds. Well, there's a bad one. Anyway, they drop from the sky like a plane crashed and falls into the woods. You heard you don't hear anything thanks to the silent spell. You don't hear anything, and you heard a thump. So they each take. Let's see. 30 feet up high times 5. No, not times 5. What am I talking about? Oh shit! 30 feet, 8. Okay, they took a beating. Actually, they all fell to their feet, and you heard nothing. And like it's awkward. Like if you see something drop that height of an altitude, you should be hearing or a thump. But thanks to the silence, you heard nothing, so it's comical. Yeah. But it looks painful. That will be the end of your turn, I believe.
I see them drop down. I just go like, take that.
Okay, nice. All right, now will be the harpy's turn. I'm gonna roll for their. That's pretty nice combo back there. Awesome. All right, the harpies roll a 3. Descending. Now will be the official turn. So, well, hold on. Why is it? All right. This should go back up. You should go back here. And yeah, now will be Viking's turn. Viking, go for it.
Are you using the original one's initiative, or are you gonna roll?
No,
for
I'm
them as well?
rolling for a new one. They used to be 2. Now they're 3 because the old one died. But yeah.
So I'm going to grab one of my javelins. I didn't have a chance to do it in the first turn, and I am going to.
They are in the woods, so you don't have to worry about. They were flying around here actually, so they fall off into the jungle, and yeah. Now they're in here, so do you move 30 feet away from? Okay.
I'll move my 30.
Okay, so.
And I'm going to shoot the first one here.
Okay, definitely. You can
with my...
you can attack both of them actually.
Yep.
Which one do you target? This one
This one here,
or this one? This one. Okay.
the northern one.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll for attack.
17.
Nice. That's definitely a hit. So you throw your javelin in midair. The harpies notice that you were targeting their friends and make them asleep, so they decide to avoid you. But the javelin aims true. So yeah, roll for damage. The damage is severe as it tears through one of the tendons on the leg, and you see the harpy kind of. Wah! The javelin is still stuck on the thigh. You see it's dropping down a little bit and looking angrily at you. So, what are you going to do
shoot
next?
One more, which is
Okay.
the final one I have because I left one back here.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
Crit for 12 points of damage.
Nice. So you hit him, you hit her, with precise aim. It's even like better than you anticipated, as you were trying to aim for another wing.
The
and
vocal cord.
Yeah, and it clips all of it, as it takes not only the damage but also starts falling. Oh, however, it seems to regain control midway. It's about 5 feet up, like on top of the tree lines, and it's looking very nervous at you because it doesn't anticipate you clipping it off its wing. Nice.
Yep.
Right.
That is my action.
And movement.
And
do you have a bonus
and my
action?
movement?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm going to draw semi-sealed fate though.
Okay. You use your bonus well, you swiftly draw your semi-sealed fate, and that'll be the end of your turn. Now it'll be Tully's turn. Tully, you think everything just went quiet. You think you saw something falling from the tree into the mud, but you don't hear anything. That must be magic in work.
Oh, I
But
figure
it
I'm
suits your benefit, so...
Hell yeah.
No. Stay in
I
character.
was-
You're not allowed
yeah.
talking during your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stay.
Just miming.
You just
Yes.
give a sign to the others, like, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and...
I'm looking to turn back. I'm just delighted.
Okay. What would you like to do?
On the hunt now. Do I know where it is exactly?
Yeah,
Or do I
yeah,
have
you
to find it?
see 2 of them falling. So you definitely know where they are. Even with the dim light. You definitely
Yeah, I'll
know
move
where
up
they
then.
are.
Okay. The
Alright.
first one.
You sneak right behind her, as it's trying to pull itself back up. You don't know what hit them that causes them to fall, but they seems to be pretty in a pretty bad shape. So you stab them with your baton. Go ahead. Nice. With that,
Oh, they're a bit dead.
you don't feel any hunger. As you stab the baton right into their body. Roll me the damage. I'm pretty sure they're dead, but yeah, they are pretty dead. As this one falls without even making a noise. It's like you gently assassinate the creature from the back, and you gently lay it down as you, knock it off. Well, yeah, that's one off. So who's next?
And to the next one.
Yep, go ahead. All right, nice. The baton strikes true again, dealing 7 points of damage. All right. You think that it hurts it strikes where it hurts, but it's still on its last leg, and it's turning directly towards your direction.
My
Yep.
smile is fatal.
All right, that will be the end of your turn. Do you still wish to move? You still have 10 feet if you wish to. Sorry.
I'm good. I'm good where I
Okay.
am.
Now will be
I'm in the
Harvey's
silence.
turn. As these 2 are dead, this one is gonna leap forward to you, Tully, and trying to strike with her claws. All right, what's your AC? Let me check. 14. Okay. The claw strikes true. As you try to block it with your baton, it just aims for the lower body and puts a giant gash on your stomach, dealing 7 points of slashing damage. And it's gonna strike with the other club, try to club you in the head, dealing 5 points of bludgeoning damage as the club strikes on the side of your head. Just gives you a conveniently beating. And this one, that will be the end of this one's turn as it leaps towards you, doing that. This one is actually gonna move forward to you as it think that Viking is not doing anything to her, so she thinks it's fine. She's gonna move closer towards you and try to strike with a second. Whoops. This one definitely misses because you notice that the surroundings, as you were clobbered, your head actually turns to the direction. So yeah, you actually sees it and dodges in time. And the second club is gonna miss you because you already noticed it, and it's like slamming the club into the ground angrily, but it's comical because there's no sound.
There's no sound,
yeah.
And I'm just
so it's
delighted.
Yeah. And the other harpies, this one is gonna fly down towards Viking. So this 300. All right, she's actually gonna sing the song. All right. Roll me a wisdom save for those of you who are not in the zone. Well, that means Viking, Ruveni, and Hamura. Hamura is gonna roll her wisdom save.
I got mud in my ears. Can I actually hear
Yeah,
it?
you have advantage with that. Oh wait, actually you have immunity because you already have mud in your ear, so you are not affected.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, you can't hear
That's
a thing.
difficult.
So no, you are not affected. You don't need the wisdom save.
I've heard tales of these psychopaths.
Yeah. Yeah, for Ruveni and Hamura, you guys all just heard a Viking just suddenly says, "I heard tales from the past," and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, you don't think he's hearing anything. The harpy, frustrated, looking at you frustrated, and it's deciding to fly higher up into the air. So
I laugh at it when it tries to sing at it, like
okay, it's
do
about
its thing.
40
I'm just
feet
like,
up in the air. All right.
big belly laugh.
Yeah, nice. As you big belly laugh at it, the other one is gonna fly down, seeing the in vain effort is attempting. It's gonna fly down and try to scratch you. Harpy claws. Nope. The first claw kind of bounces off on your armor as you're putting your hands on your stomach. It's like ha ha ha, and the claw just bounces off. The second club is gonna strike down, still missing, as the club just bounces off. Pung, pung. The harpy screams at you angrily, and it's actually gonna stay put. That will be the end of the harpy's turn. Okay. Holy. All right. Something definitely happens.
Oh,
I can do that too.
I know. As Tully,
Oh shit.
from your back, you sense something that makes your hair stand up. With the corner of your eye, you see a blur figure.
Oh no.
Dagger reaching out towards you,
Yup.
trying to cut you.
He's gonna get an elbow to the face.
Yeah, I know, but for now,
Take it.
For now,
Oh no.
let's see how much he does. Flash,
I'm dead.
100-yard dash. Let's see. Yeah.
And I can't scream for the others because I'm in silence.
Yeah. You're trying to scream, but there's no sound coming off. You feel the gentle touch of the dagger sinking into your body, dealing 8 points of piercing damage, and roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, yikes. Nope.
All right. you take 5 points of poison damage, and you are paralyzed. Yep. As you
Only
see,
your own worst enemy.
yeah. As you see, Flash grins at you with a smile that says, almost as if it's saying, I got poisoned this time. You're not gonna get away. It's amazing how much you can get through in just a simple detail of the expression. But anyway, that will be the end of their turn, and he's gonna do another strike. Dagger. Alright. Dealing 7 points of piercing damage. And since you're paralyzed, you automatically takes the poison damage of 5 points, so you are now unconscious. Yep. I'm gonna mark you as unconscious. Doop. And he, with the last consciousness, you see he dashes into the bushes and vanishes. That'll be the end of all their turn. Now it'll be Hamura's turn. Hamura, seeing Tully just falls unconscious for no reason, she's gonna move forward and tries to get her back on her feet. Like outside of her zone of silence. It's been about 2 rounds.
This newfound healing ability he found.
The silence is still in effect, but she's gonna try to up to 10 minutes. Yeah, she's not gonna abandon any concentration, but she's gonna give you a slight boost of cure. Whoops, sorry. Whoops, sorry, my bad. What can she do? She can't reach you. Healing words can't affect anything. Because
cure healing word is ranged, right?
Yeah.
Cure wound is touch.
I'm in silence. It's not
but she's been silent, so I don't think theoretically she can't hear it. She can't get the benefit of it.
No, it doesn't say anything.
It doesn't say that, but it's based on so a creature of your choice regain hit points.
That's just like saying like it specifically says things if the creature cannot has to be able to see or heal it.
So I'm gonna heal words hurt. Oh great. It's not working again. So
1d4 plus whiz.
Yeah, 1d4 plus wisdom. 1d.
Yeah, it's a lot of the charm effects have that. Like if the thing can't see you, then blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Charisma?
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom, sorry. Wisdom plus 2. Wait, where is it? Holy shit, it's gone. Plus 2. Anyway. So 4. Tully, you're healed for 4 points of damage as you regain your consciousness back on your feet.
Nice.
Yep. Hamura's like, what happened? And then she realized the zone is entirely silent, so it's like, she just gives you this. Yeah.
Not my turn yet. Oh my god.
Yeah, and she's gonna move slightly towards Viking, and that'll be it. That's it. Ravani, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
Was I able to see Tally fall unconscious?
Yeah, but she's now back on her feet as Hamura healed her.
Okay.
You still see those 2 harpies, vaguely.
There's 2 harpies right on top of me that it's gonna now be really bad.
Yeah.
Uh, can I hit these two harpies from
Yeah,
here?
definitely. It's only 30 feet.
Okay.
They're in the woods, so you can hit them.
I'm going. All right. So I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast use a quicken spell,
Okay, nice.
and so I'm going to
What would you like to cast?
a firebolt on each of these two harpies.
Okay. So, as you cast the intertwined firebolt, before because usually when you take like higher spells in effect, usually there's something happening. But this area seems to dampen the effect until now. You feel a surge coursing through your body as a third strike of bolts hits.
That
Yep.
that only works with spell.
I know.
That only happens with
I know.
spells, though.
Yeah,
Not
it only works with wild magic. But like I said, the environment seems to dampen it at some point, causing it doesn't come in effect immediately. So yeah. Now a third bolt of the firebolt just hits.
Right.
Roll for damage. Roll for attack, actually.
Uh,
It's gonna based on your first one. So roll me again. Roll again. Roll for a third time. All right. They all hit. Definitely wipe out the harpies that are right in front of you.
okay.
You don't even need to roll for damage. So as the green flame attach itself onto the harpies, you see them burn, like kind of like you're torturing someone, as the fire burning down from down to above, like eating away the flesh gently, slowly, entering their death. The harpies can't even scream, even if they tried, and they just passed. So they're all dead. That will be the end of your turn, I guess.
Yep, I'll end my turn.
All right. As you end your turn. Okay, again. This time, he's gonna dash us out from the shadow. All right. You see a tiny blurred figure dash out of the shadow,
God damn it.
running directly towards you. As it turns back from a blur to an actual figure you can see, and start stabbing. Well, that's definitely a hit. Dealing 10 points of piercing damage, and roll me a Constitution save. Now you scream. Scream for me!
20.
Alright, that definitely pushes back the poison damage. So yeah, you don't take any poison damage or any lingering effect, but you feel the burn of the iron inside your body as it tries to do a second attack. Dealing 7 points of piercing damage. Roll me a Constitution save again.
I think that might be enough alone to just put me to 0.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. So you fall as the dagger pushes deeper into your body and falls unconscious onto the ground.
I love how all this shit is going on behind me, but because I can't hear anything.
Oh,
I'm like,
you can't hear anything, so you're just laughing your ears off. Yeah, but as your teammates are getting slaughtered, that will...
I'm outside of the silence field, though.
Yeah, but I have mud in my ears. I can't hear anything.
Yeah. So Viking has mud in his ears, so he can't hear anything. That will be the end of your turn. Raveni, roll me a death save. All right. You automatically fail one death save. Not automatically. You failed one death save, and you still have a chance to get it back, but right now you're incapacitated. So, one, mark it. All right. Now will be Viking's turn. Viking, everything happening behind you, you're totally unaware of. What are you gonna do?
So the harpy in front of me, I am going to attempt to grapple it to the ground with my shield.
Oh, it's already on the ground. It's already
No.
on the ground. Oh,
I'm grappling it, so I'm going
Okay,
to put it
cool.
prone. So he can
let's
do
see. Let's see. Strength.
athletics or...
Nope. He's definitely not gonna make. She's definitely not gonna make it, and she's prone on the ground. She's
And
you
I...
grab one side of her wings and just drag her, and use your shield to pin her down to the ground. Yeah, do your thing. All right.
20...
And you
Or 26, sorry.
Yeah, you run the semi-sealed faith through her body, dealing 7 points of piercing damage, and like kind of crucified her on the ground. Sort of. Speaking.
Is she still up?
Speaking.
Or still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive. She's very much alive. She's just staring at you angrily and starts wailing.
And then I come around with the second attack.
Okay.
Which is a 22.
That definitely
and
works.
I'll use a divine smite as well. At level 1.
Hold on. I'm just wondering, what does the grappling thing, does that take an attack or a bonus action? I thought it would take
bonus
a bonus action. Okay. Then smite also takes a bonus action.
When you cast smite, it does, but I don't think it does if you... This is the
you do
ability...
a general smite. Okay. Then you do it.
divine smite is the class ability, not the spell.
Okay. You do the general smite. Go ahead.
Yeah.
First, roll for attack damage. All right.
5 points.
All right.
And then
you cut
level
down
1...
more of her feathers, and then do your smite. Do your thing.
Another
Nice.
7 points of...
All right. So total of 12. So for those of you who are still standing, you see Viking not only pin down the harpy, but also starts hacking and slashing on top of the body. And dealing a lot of damage, actually. 12 points, 30, 19, 29. No, 19. Okay. Yeah, dealing a ton of damage as the harpy wails and in pain. That'll be the end of your turn, I believe.
Yep.
All right. Now we'll move on to Tolly's turn.
I'm going to run to the washroom real quick.
Okay,
So-
go ahead.
I'm gonna turn around and target Flash.
Okay. Do your thing. Go ahead.
Please.
So you throw your baton out from the shadow, and the Flash definitely takes the beating from the back as it's happily stabbing Riveni. You dealt because you're in sneak attack, so you dealt 18 points of slashing damage, plusing sneak attack, and it's definitely taking a beating. So yeah,
I'm uncaring and I'm just...
yeah. Go ahead, do your second attack.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
that you see this time he definitely takes notice and kind of dodges off the way as the baton swings past him.
All right, I'll make my 2 steps out and I will just shriek at Flash, like just his name.
Okay.
Loud as humanly possible.
Flash! Basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yes, honey. You'll be next." That's all she said. That's all he said. And that will be the end of your turn.
When you yelled, I'm like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
can't hear a thing.
You're still deaf. All right, now it'll be the harpy's turn. First, I'm gonna roll for Flash's. Oh, that's really bad. Nice. So, he's gonna use nothing to Tully / Harpy. Harpy goes first, and then it goes back to normal stats. All right. Harpy. With this one still standing right in front of Viking. She's gonna fight back with all of her might. And oops. Speaking a little bit preemptive on the all of her might, as the 20 definitely hits you with the 13 points of slashing damage. A natural 20.
Did she stand up first?
Yes. Because she was prone. Yeah, so she used half of her movement to stand up first, definitely. And she smacks you, dealing 13 points of slashing damage. And then she's gonna backhand you with the claws. This one bounces off your armor.
Just her natural 20. I'm like,
yeah. It's like boom. Yeah. And she will try to move away from you into the sky, so you get an opportunity attack. She's like, what is? Oh, you use Hellish Rebuke. All right, as your bonus action, as your reaction. Okay. So she's taking 6 points of damage. Provided that she failed the dex save. Hold on. All right, she definitely fails the dex save. So yeah, she takes 6 points of burn fire damage. As it burns a few of her feathers off, but she still managed to get herself up into the sky. And now she's flying up to, let's see how fast she can fly, to 40 feet up in the sky. She just swoop into the air.
Even with half her movement speed taken away?
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Half of her movement speed? But she's back on her feet.
She was prone.
No, she stand back up first. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
It takes half to stand up, right?
Yeah, my bad. So she's flying up to 20 feet up in the air. That's my fault.
Yeah, no, I was like, holy crap, 80 flying speed.
But now she's 20 feet up in the air. Yeah. And this one is going to fly towards, let's see, how far she can reach. All right. She's going to reach down for Hamura, actually. She's going to fly, she's going to fly past you and scrap you, actually. Attack Hamura for, let's see, how much can she do? Nope. The first one bounces off Hamura's armor. Hamura also just points at her, just doing this. Come on. And the second one, it's going to be club, also fails as it bounces off her armor. She's like, do your worst. And that will be the end of this Harpy's turn. Now we'll be back to readiness for Viking. Now it's your turn.
It's.
Oh, sorry. It's Ravani's turn. Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say Ravani's first.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Ravani. I think the turntable is actually fucked up. But go ahead, Ravani. It's your turn.
Success.
Death save. Yeah, definitely success. So, yeah, you still need one more to succeed.
That's one success and one failure, though.
Yeah, so you still need one more succeed. Oh no, two more succeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to get back on your feet. That will be the end of your turn. Now it's Viking's turn. Viking, what would you like to do?
So this one here, I seen it fly by me.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around and smack it with semi-sealed feet.
Nice. Go ahead. Do your worst.
Nice. 20 a hit.
Yeah, definitely hits. You run your sword through her wings and try to chop it off.
9 points of damage.
That definitely hurts as you chop off one of her wings. Kind of knocks off her club onto the ground. And yeah, that will be the end of your turn.
Still up?
Yeah, she's still standing. and she looks at you angrily.
Is she still healthy and everything?
She's looking bad. Not good.
Well,
not ideal.
Since I keep forgetting to do this, I'm gonna try and knock her prone with a 9.
Does that take in reaction? Hold on.
No, it's a bonus action, but I should have done it first.
Okay, you use your bonus action to knock her prone, and let's see if that works. What's the save? Sorry, strength.
So
or
it's
dexterity?
acrobatic. No, acrobatic or athletics, whatever
Okay.
she chooses.
So acrobatics it is. She makes it. As you're trying to bash her with your shield, she dodges and flies into the air.
And then a 15.
Nice.
Would...
That definitely runs through her body as the blade kind of sinks in and deeper into the lungs. This time it takes a lot more. She's choking at this point. She's choking on her own blood. You can see that. But she's still standing. And
that's my turn.
Yeah, she still looks at you angrily. That'll be the end of your turn. Now, Tolly's turn. Tolly, there's a whole bunch of shit surrounding your friends. What would you like to do?
It's tunnel vision for Flash.
Okay. All right. So you roll the baton and throw it at him. For a second, you think you can hit him. However, he's going to use his legendary actions to dodge out of the way and totally unscathed. And she's like, "You're not
that was a
going
good
to
shot."
catch me this easy."
Expect to. God.
Roll another attack. All right, this one definitely
Man, I can't hit
misses.
today.
All right.
Yeah.
He just lets the baton fly past his hair. Is like, neat trick. Let's see if we can pry it out of your dying hands.
Oh Jesus!
Yep.
I'm backing up.
All right. So that'll be the end of your turn. Now it's the Flash turn. Flash, being a completely dick, he's gonna drink a healing potion from his bag.
I'm like, holy shit! There's a different guy here.
Yeah.
First, I actually noticed that there's someone else.
All right.
Because you have no idea who Flash is.
Yeah. Yeah, so for Viking, you didn't notice it at first, but then you realize, holy shit, it's a weird guy standing right next to your friend with daggers, dripping bloods, and he's choking down healing potions.
He seems nice.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, definitely. There's
trying to help
nothing
her
wrong
out.
about him. There's nothing weird. All right. So you see like a surge coursing through his body, and he's like, much better. Well, Jasmine, honey, you can come out now.
Yeah, figures.
Yeah. So you guys all see Jasmine from afar just coming out carefully from the bushes and just run into the annoying Quickling's arm and says, "Oh, sweetheart, why are you hurt? These well, Flash is like, I know, it's hard to find the words. Probably assholes, but yeah, we'll make them pay. All right, sweetheart?" And she's like, "Definitely." And yeah, Jasmine, being a sidekick, is gonna
I'm
heal.
like, what?
Yeah.
I just like.
All right. She's gonna cast something. Sorry, I'm trying to find the image. Jasmine, being a total dick, she's trying to cast something onto the Flash. You see a burst of light, and a symbol of wings pops out from Flash's leg. Yep. That will be all she's doing, and she's like, "I'll wait for you on the other side of the lake." And she's gonna fly with, let's see, how fast can she fly? All right, she's gonna fly into the woods, actually, and vanish. All right. That will be the end of his turn. Now will be Hamura's turn. Hamura, seeing all this shenanigans happening, she's like, all right. I guess I'll bring. Someone back, or yeah, you know what? She's gonna move closer towards Ravani and puts her hand on top of her, doing the cure wound, and a second level spell slots. So healing for 13 points of damage. 13 points of health. So yeah, Ravani, you're back on your feet as Hamura, glowing palms grabs onto yours and yanks you up from the ground. You're healed. 13 points.
So this harpy would have gotten an attack for opportunity.
No, because she's high up in the air.
This one's not. This one was. I just attacked this one. This one here was high up in the air.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. She's going to receive an opportunity attack. Sorry. My bad.
So, I'll use my reaction to impose disadvantage on her attack.
All right. Nice.
Shield. Just countering a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Thanks to your stopping her, you use your shield to bounce off her clubs, and yeah, making Hamura safe for travel. That will be it for Hamura. She already cast her spells. Now will be Harpy's turn. Harpy, this one is angry at you, Viking, because you foiled her plan. She's gonna attack you. Nope. First one and second one all misses as she tries to grab you in vain. You this time, instead of using your shield, you kind of like dodge with your fancy footwork and avoid all the attacks. The other one, gonna circle around you. It's also gonna try for nope. Holy shit, they're rolling really bad today. They all misses, actually. So, like, they just claw in midair, doing nothing at all. Just like, Urgh!
It doesn't help that I have such high AC.
Yeah. Definitely doesn't help. So, that will be the end of the Harpy's turn. They're not going to move. They're hell-bent on targeting you. Now will be Ravani's turn. Ravani, you're back on your feet with one bad news, that is Flash is still staring at your face. What would you like to do?
I'm not sure if I have any actual spells left at this point.
All right. You still have your first level spell slots. You haven't really used them. You can totally do that. And you still have one second level spell slots left. So yeah. What would you like to do?
As I start getting back up to my feet, I realize that the flash is still there.
Yep.
And I sort of cry out, "Flash!" And I'll actually try to I'll actually try to swat him with shocking grasp.
Nice. Go ahead, do it. Do you have shock? Yeah, you definitely have shocking grasp, and it's definitely gonna hit. Roll for damage. All right. As you grasp onto him. Bro, moving. Yeah, you try to grab him, actually. You try to grab hold of him. For a second, you think you grab onto his hand. And then you realize it's just a blur.
Of course
You
it is.
scoop empty. Yep. What would you like to do? You can still move, or you can stand there. Just, yeah.
I'm gonna
Circle
head back
around.
over to the tally to
Okay.
see if he's okay.
So Flash is gonna make an opportunity attack,
Oh my
and
god, why did I do that?
you can still decide
You can-
not to move.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Because Tally would be like, "Ah."
Yep. It's like no.
Uh,
Or you can circle
Uh.
around him. That's entirely up to you. Just a quick reminder: if you're standing diagonally, you'll have advantage on
Having you guys
attacks.
next to him also gives me advantage.
Yep.
And I can do speed damage.
Yep.
uh,
So it's up to you. Entirely up to you.
you mean like here or?
Here.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
so
sort
it's
of
not
circle
out of
around him.
range, and you provide advantage.
Alright.
All right, that will be the end of your turn. Now it's Viking's turn. Viking, those two are still bothering you. It's time to put them to bed.
Are they? They're pretty banged up.
Yep, they're totally banged up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this one here.
Okay.
With semi-sealed feet.
Mhm.
15.
Nice. You run the sword right through her body, dealing 10 points of
points.
piercing damage as you not only run through her body but also her heart, and you cut off. You just pull the blade back and swing, cut off her head.
And then the one behind me,
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm gonna take this sword. Like I just finished stabbing here, and I
Mhm.
pull out,
Mhm.
and I'm like not even turning around. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
Like, stab
nice.
between.
Nice. You backstab her and dealing a ton of damage as it just doubles back, choking in her own blood. Still standing, but looking pretty banged up. She's like, yeah, basically.
And then I turn around, and I'm gonna just backhand her with my shield
Nice.
Go
Go ahead.
to knock her prone.
Go ahead. Nice.
11.
Let's see if that works. All right, she's definitely prone. As you, she's have no like fully awareness of what's coming, so she's like, just lays on the ground, totally prone.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, that will be the end of your turn. Now will be Tolly's turn. Tolly, Flash is still standing, but in a
Oh.
fairly easy to snipe position. So go ahead, do your thing. All right, that baton definitely is gonna hit. Dealing 10 points of slashing damage. He's gonna do his thing. As you see, there's no such thing as double disadvantage, but yeah, he's gonna blur through partially as the baton kind of not really etched onto his skin, dealing only half the damage as you think it would.
Yeah. He's like
Yeah.
me.
He's pretty annoying, but he's still standing. And as the
So
baton
there is-
returns your hand, Tolly, roll me a wisdom save first.
Oh, yikes.
Yep. All right. You
Isn't it?
this time you wield your baton to stop whining,
Yeah.
and the
Shut up.
baton actually resides and like just moves down the urge, so it won't affect your attack. And your offhand baton actually also hits. he's gonna do his legendary action to entirely avoid that one. So he's like, just dodges out of the way. You see, like, kind of like blue strings of lightning kind of like circle around him. Kind of like what was on Nine's body. And yeah, he just like, not gonna be that easy, sweetheart. And
What?
yeah, that will be the end of your turn, I believe. Do you still want to move or hide or... Oh, you use your bonus action to attack, so...
Yeah, I'm just like basically staying roughly within throwing range.
Okay.
Otherwise,
that will be the end of your turn. Now will be the Flash's turn. This time he's gonna... He's gonna attack Homura, actually. For... She keeps bringing people back up. He's like... where should I carve a smile on you? I know. Right in the belly. And he's gonna do dagger, dagger, dagger.
oh no.
Dagger. So yeah. Homura standing right where she was, having absolutely no reaction to what is happening, taking a lot of beating. As she took 27 points of damage, and she's near death gate. She's like, "Ugh!" You see, all the 3 attack forms a large smile on her, like, abdomen. So it's like, yeah,
Oh.
that looks much better. Just one more touch, and you'll be done. And that will be his attacks. He's gonna use his bonus action to... You know what? Actually, he's gonna attack her again. This time it's gonna be plus nothing, so 8. Plus nothing. So yeah, this one still hits, dealing 7 points of damage as it drives through her lower body, and you see Homura kind of chokes on her blood and falls into the ground.
You like almost killing people when they're not here, don't you? Because you did it to Tali last session.
Well,
Yeah, I come back and there's like no hit points. I'm like, what happened?
yeah, what happened? But no, it's entirely
I
your
figured you
choice.
wanted another fake appendage.
But no, don't worry, she'll be back in other life. But no, just kidding. That will be the end of Flash's turn. Now will be Homura's turn. Homura's gonna make her death save. Death save. Nope, she's not gonna make it. This one. And you see more blood coming out of her mouth. She's not looking good. That will be the end of her turn. Harpy. This one, the final one, is finally giving up. She's trying to get away. So she stands back up and starts flying 20 feet up in the air. You can get an opportunity attack, Viking. She's like, "Rah, rah, rah," and like just trying to get away. All right, you drive the sword right through, like just cuts her lower body off. She's upper body is still flying in midair. All the intestines just come falling from the sky, and as she falls flap in the ground. Yep, it's disgusting. But hey, you dealt with both of them, and there seems to be no harpies left. Harpies gone. Right. And that will be your first attack. You can still move and then attack if you wish to.
No, that's a reaction.
All right, yeah, that's a reaction.
It wasn't my turn, it was their
yeah,
turn.
it was not your turn. My bad. My bad. All right,
Ravani's turn.
that will be Ravani's turn, actually. Ravani, Homura falls down unconscious. What would you like to do?
Okay,
Remember,
I'm gonna try and shocking grasp him again. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do it. All right. Same as the last time. As you try to grasp onto him, he just blurs out of the way.
Never mind.
Yep. Is that the end of your turn?
I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else I can do.
All right. That will be the end of your turn. Now it'll be Viking's turn. Viking, you see Flash is still standing up, and Ravani is still standing there, trying to grasp him in vain. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
And first off, I'm going to do my bonus action to.
For your reference, you can stand on top of
Yeah, I'll do
Aurora
that.
to gain advantage if you wish to.
Yeah. I'll do my grapple to the ground.
All right.
So 14.
Let me check if Flash is gonna dodge that acrobatics. Whoops, no. This time he's gonna fail. He actually tries to dodge it, but your shield is just way too big for him to dodge. He was just knocked prone to the ground.
And I am going to. How's he looking?
He's looking
bad, ugly?
not so well, but he managed. Probably still manage.
Yeah, I think I should heal Mora.
All right.
So as my action, I am going to give her 5 points. The remaining. No. I'm gonna save that. I'm going to use my cure wounds at level 2.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for cure wounds. All right.
16.
16 points of heal points as Hamura just gasped, and the her lungs is finally filled with air. But like I said, it doesn't feel the same as you cast the spell. It's as if you push the air right into her lungs, just trying to get her back up. She just she just starts coughing, but she's back up. She's like, "Oh, what happened?"
And I'm standing between her and
Yeah,
him.
she will make way for you as she rolled over and stands back up. She's like, "Oh, what happened?"
That was a beefy heal.
Yeah.
Last thing I know, oh shit. So the wound is half sealed. There's still half of it left. Homura's looking at Flash angrily and says, "You'll pay for this."
Your crotch will feel the wrath of my fist.
Yes. She's gonna ball punch Flash. But anyway, that will be the end of your turn, I believe.
Mhm.
All right. You use your action. All right. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
now
can
it'll be
only
Tully's turn.
attack twice. I can't do anything.
Yeah. Now it'll be
Right.
Tully's turn. Tully, you see Flash standing.
He's prone, right?
Yeah,
he's down.
Yeah. Try to stand up, not standing. Try to stand
I'm up in melee.
All right. Go ahead. You have advantage, but he has blur, so that counters it. So you roll
Here
for
we go.
23. Yep.
It's gotta
So
hit.
7, 8, 15 points of damage as your baton sinks into his body. He's like, "No!" And he
2-bit hack.
yeah, he used his evasion to half the damage. Not evasion, but can he do anything? Hold on, let me check. He might not be able to do anything.
Technically, she has double advantage. So even if
No,
you
No,
counter,
but he also
him,
have
and then-
double
yeah.
advantage because the spell that was cast on top of him, and also his racial trait. So I was just that counters everything off. So yeah, it's just back to the same.
Goddamn.
So it's a 23. I'm not gonna reduce that. It's the 23. I'm just checking. Does he have anything? He already.
It's gonna half my
used-
damage like
hold
uncanny
on,
dodge.
First turn. This is his turn. He's used his legendary action to avoid this attack entirely. As you think the blade sinks in, he kind of nope. Just he kind of twisted in a weird way to dodge out of the blade. Roll the offhand baton again.
You're a cheat.
Yeah, he can only do this once per turn. But, yeah,
I just can't hit.
yeah, but he's like, nope, not gonna touch this. I know you want me,
I'm livid.
but not like
livid.
this. And that will be the end of your turn, I believe. Now will be Flash turn. Flash, looking right at all of you and says, Jasmine, honey, would you do me a favor? Snipe
no.
them.
Oh,
And yeah, from the forest, latching out, Jasmine doesn't really know any harmful spells, but she's gonna throw her powder dust at Rivani, actually. Wait, Tolly, actually, because she's the one that's
I'm uncanny
with the
dodging whatever this
lowest.
bullshit is.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
area effect, so you can use. You have evasion
Nope.
right now, right?
I
So roll me
don't.
a
I'm
dex
not level
save.
7 yet. That's level 7.
Yeah. Oh, evasion. Oh, no, not yet. So yeah.
Uncanny dodge is the only one I
Uncanny
got.
dodge. It's not an attack, so I'll rule that you can still try. Roll me a dex save. All of you, roll me a dex save. And Tolly, you have advantage on the dex save.
Alright.
Right. That works.
Uh,
That
20.
works.
Nice.
Viking. Hamura is gonna make hers. Dex save. Not looking good.
13.
But yeah, all of you besides Viking and Hamura failed. So you see the powder like kind of manifests itself in midair and kind of like latches on to Viking and Hamura, making them glow in place.
Just one sec. I don't think that is counting something.
What? So the
With Shieldmaster, I get my AC added to it,
oh really? Let me check.
which would be a +3. With the
That
new
means hold on. Dex save with dex save.
Yeah, Shieldmaster. It says if you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC to any dex saving throw you make against a spell or other harmful effect that target. Oh, only me. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah.
Disregard.
Against or smell or targets only you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah. Oh, and by the way, it's
Okay.
not a spell. It's her racial trait. So yeah. And as the like powder dust sprinkles on top of you, it doesn't harm you, but you glow like a beacon at this point. You're glowing in various lights.
Do any of us see Jasmine doing this? Or?
No, there's no damage,
Okay.
but you look like a
But-
Christmas tree.
Mhm.
Like a
No,
little
no.
Just
Just
Christmas
me
tree.
Advantage
normally
on you.
being all dark and broody. It's like burn.
Yeah, it
Yeah, we're allergic to it.
burns.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, and that will be his bonus action.
Do any of us see Jasmine doing this, or?
Yeah, you definitely see Jasmine in the forest, but she quickly dodges into the woods, so you can't really find out where she is at this point. Fairies, they're tiny, hard to find.
Because if I do, I sort of I look quickly with this shocked expression, and I sort of just go Jasmine, what are you doing?
It's all out of love, baby. That's what Flash tells you. And he's gonna do dagger swarms. First, second,
Oh
third.
God.
Yep. Yeah, because he relinquishes bonus action, so he's gonna. All right. So first, dagger will be for Rivani, dealing 7 points of piercing damage. Roll
He's
me
still
a
prone.
yeah. Roll
He's
me
still
a
prone.
yeah. He used half of his movement to get back up.
You gotta say that. No, I'm kidding.
All right, sorry. My bad. He used half of his movement to get back up before
Yeah.
he do a dagger swarm. Doing
I know
7
you're
points
very
of
lenient with
piercing-
us. So.
Yeah, doing 7 points of piercing damage. Remaining, roll me a con save.
Uh,
Ooh.
11.
Con save. Wait, hold on. Let me check. I believe it's.
I just want. Is he casting a spell?
No, it's a dagger's poison.
No. But like his initial thing, was that a spell,
You mean
or
which
was
one?
that like when he's like a flurry of daggers, or whatever the hell? It's called?
No. It's just a way of expression. It's not a spell. It's just he's doing multiple attacks.
Oh,
Yeah. So Rivani, before you fail the con save, you can roll for an Arcana check to determine what the hell that spell was.
But didn't you just say it wasn't a spell?
No. The spell
one
that was
from Death?
cast onto you, both of you.
Alright.
Well, not this. Sorry, not my expression is a little bit off, but the thing that just happened on top of you. All right. With
the reason
11,
why you're glowing is what your
Yeah.
Arcana.
Why is weird glowing? Why are you glowing weirdly? So you notice that fairies, they usually have powder dust, well, fairy dust on top of them. So yeah, that's one of their racial traits. So it works similar to fairy fire. That will heighten your existence and making you known to others and be an easy target. So yeah, you failed the con save. You receive.
So that's
actually,
7 plus.
Yeah, 7 plus 1 points of poison damage, and you're paralyzed. So 8 points of total damage, and you're paralyzed. But that doesn't. Yeah, you're still standing, just barely. All right, that will be the end of your turn, I believe. Well, the end of Flash's turn. The second dagger will sink into Hamura, actually. Doing 7 points of piercing damage. Also roll for a con save.
I'm
Con save.
going to do disadvantage.
Disadvantage on Hamura's attack.
Yeah.
Because you're next to her. Nice. With the disadvantage, you counters off his advantage, making him easier target. Right, Hamura completely dodges off because it was a 14 with disadvantage, and she's like, king. With your shield bash, just knocks his dagger off the point, but he's gonna double back with his dagger to attack you, Viking. Yeah, 27 is definitely gonna hit you with a 7 points of piercing damage. Roll me a con save. All right.
21.
You made it,
They said
so
7
you receive
points?
only 7 points of the piercing damage and nothing more.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you guys known to each other so you can see the bars and everything.
Yeah, it's weird because I can see Tilly's.
Yeah, because hers was turned on, but none of the others were turned on. Oh, you can't see the enemies, but you should be able to see your friends' stats.
We're looking bad.
Yep.
Hey, 9's alright.
Yeah, 9's totally fine, but well, not fine in a fine way. But
Comatose, but he's fine.
yeah, he's just lying there.
I'm hoping Hamura has lots of healing slots left because I know.
Flash is gonna turn around you guys and says, well, I guess that'll be it for today. And he's gonna dodge. He's gonna use... Well, he can't use his bonus action. No. So he's just gonna take a leap and making himself the target. Everyone surrounding him, roll for an opportunity attack. Hamura actually has something. Alright. Evasion. Nope. That's definitely gonna hit. Alright. So the baton actually hits. Alright. Sealed Fate actually hits. Rivani with your dagger, you definitely hit. Homura, let me check. Holy shit. You guys definitely hit him. Roll me the damage. I'm thinking he might fall at this point.
Does Ravani have Warcaster?
Yeah, she definitely has.
No.
That's why I'm. Oh no,
Then-
not Ravani, but Homura definitely has that.
Sorry, Hamura. Then do a Sacred Flame.
Yep. Sacred Flame. Hold on. What? Why is it blocking my
I
sight?
thought Sacred Flame was AC
Yeah.
or save.
Yeah, it's.
Actually,
What?
There you go.
am I able to make an opportunity attack when I'm paralyzed?
No,
I'm
you
not-
can't. For those of you
Yeah,
who are not
okay.
paralyzed, sorry. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
just
Renee
realized
is
that. Yeah.
not gonna do it.
So that,
Yep.
Ignore that.
All right.
Good roll,
And
though, like,
Tully
damn.
and all of you are fine. So 8 points of piercing damage, and the 7 points. It's enough, as he resorted his last legendary action already. So he's gonna fall prone, and he's like, "What, Jasmine?" And he falls to the ground, unconscious. Yep.
I'm on him. Do I kill him?
Do you move forward? All right.
Yeah.
As you move forward onto him, you see Jasmine coming out from the woods, looking scared and worried, and cast something onto him. She's like, "My love, I'm not gonna let you perish here." And
Nice.
she casts something. Hold on. Let me check. Cure wounds.
I'm going to run over to this harpy.
All right. And as Hamura, so I was just gonna say, as Hamura fell unconscious before, the aura of silence is gonna end. Also with, hold on, where is the aura? Aura.
It's on this one, I
Yeah,
think.
this one. Yeah. So no, yeah, they're all gonna
Yeah,
be gone.
How long does the paralysis last?
It lasts for a minute.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Paralysis, 6 seconds times 30 seconds. Yeah, it lasts for a minute. Sorry, my bad.
okay.
Yeah, unless someone heals you from the paralysis or you are incapacitated for a minute. But yeah, you all see, she's gonna do something. 6 plus 2, 8. All right. You see Flash coming back up to consciousness.
Nah.
He's a relentless son of a bitch. But he's also the also wing-like thing that was surrounding him before is gone. You see him a little bit slower than before. Yeah. And Jasmine is actually gonna put herself in front of you guys, in front of all of you, and says, "If you want to hurt him, you have to go through me." All right. Semi-seal fate without a
Wait,
further
am I-
question.
Did I hesitate? Oh, fuck.
No, you didn't. Charming was gonna stop you as you guys. Well, no, sorry. No, Jasmine was gonna stop your blade from hitting Flash. But
No, I'm aiming for her.
yeah,
Fuck. Whatever.
yeah, but like you were aiming for her, but she thinks you were aiming for Flash, so she put herself through the sword. You easily killed her. Yep. She didn't even scream before she dies. She just last
boy.
look on Flash, and then her expression turned horrified because Flash is dodging into the woods. Flash is like,
Um,
"Oh,
I'm running at full
sweetheart."
speed after him.
Yeah.
I'm-
Oh, sweetheart. Oh,
near my javelins now. I want to throw a javelin at him.
all right. Roll for the attack, but he's moving fast.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
The javelin entirely misses him as he dodges into the woods, and Flash just says, "Thanks for the save, babe. We'll be seeing you next time. And he just disappeared. How fast can he run, actually? Holy shit.
Nice guy, eh?
Asshole can run fast. Before you even realize,
I can do 110 feet around. How close am I? Still miles away?
He run for because it's only a split second. He only runs 60 feet away from you. At one turn, he can run for 120 feet. Imagine this son of a bitch. Yeah, so you can try to throw your baton if you want to, but you'll have disadvantage on throwing them because it's not meant for long distance.
Yeah, but I can keep up with him. I can do 35 feet. Then if I dash, I can do 70 feet.
All right. Yeah, so you move right on top of it. He doesn't expect this. So yeah, but you will exhaust your movement and your action. That's what I'm saying.
I can use dash as my bonus action, so that's my bonus.
Yeah. So all right, you save. Yeah, right. You save your attack. Go ahead, roll for attack. All right. He's back on his feet. And baton. All right. Let's see. Can he make it? You know what? He's gonna use his last legendary action to avoid that completely. And he's bolting. Like, as you attack him, he's also bolting. He's like, never gonna catch this, babe. We'll be seeing you next time. Like I said, next time.
Coward.
And, yep. Yep.
Was that like 4 legendary actions?
No, just one. He can do 1 legendary actions per turn.
And I'm gonna chase him until I lose him.
Yep. So you think you can gain distance, but after a period of time, he's just gone. Yep.
He's still out there. Bastard.
Yep. He's an asshole.
Mhm.
Yeah, but well, you guys killed off most of the harpies, and yeah, including Jasmine.
Oops.
There's no oops.
Yeah, there's no oops.
The sword
just drives through her and cuts her in half. You'll need some powerful spell like Homura's Revivify to get her back up.
Yeah, as I was chasing Flash, I was just screeching, "What the hell did you do with Charming?"
Well, Jasmine. This one is Jasmine. Yeah.
Yeah, but Charming, like, he took her when we were falling.
Yeah. So you yelled, and what the hell did you do with Charming?
Mm-hmm.
You heard him say, "Just a little quip for a crow, and just a little something to keep her remembering me."
No.
Yeah. You'll see. And it's gone. Yep. So from now you can see that Jasmine is lying dead and her body parts are falling away. But the weird thing is 9 seems to be gaining back up the energy. As before, like I said, when Flash was getting the magical effect, there were blue streams of lightning that seems to be jump-starting 9's whatever makes him alive. And you see him coming back to consciousness as the lightning streams in his body once again.
He starts flailing while he's on the back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the paralysis eventually sort of wears off, and I'm actually able to look at what's happened to Jasmine. I just started thinking aloud, like, but was she actually in love with that psycho quickling?
Homura just goes towards you and says, "Love drives people crazy."
And then I start noticing that. Yep. And then I start noticing that the energy is coming back to 9.
You see him sitting back up, and it's like, oh, what did I miss?
Well, he's still on my back, right? Like, tethered to my back?
Yeah, but...
So, I'm recovering my javelins, and I've actually, since he's so light, I've actually forgotten that he's on my back.
Yeah, me too. I also forgot. But he's
And-
still on
and-
your back. That's correct.
I come over here and I like jump into the water to wash the
Okay.
mud out of my ears, and I realize I'm like, holy shit, he's still on my back, and he's flailing like slightly drowning.
But the lightning doesn't really. It's more like an energy lightning. It's not an actual.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm literally he's trying to like swim or whatever. He's like, but on my back.
Yeah, but you bent over to wash your blade, right?
No, I jumped in to wash the
Oh,
mud
okay.
out of my ears
Okay.
because I can't hear anything.
Yeah. And
So-
he turns to you and says, "Would you be kind to let me off first?"
I can't hear it, so I jump in.
Yeah, so he noticed that you can't hear him. He starts. For the rest of you, you see him sigh and he's like, fine. And he starts using his own weapon to cut off the band and everything. As he finished, also Viking finishes cleaning his ear and like getting back up. 9 looks at you and says, "So, what did I miss?"
I do that like really sexy like hair flip with my hair, but it's like horrible because I'm like dirty and
dirty
just
and
like
everything. Yeah, 9 just.
hair matted like all over me.
Yeah, you're
Just,
like a dirty dog trying to shake everything off. Yeah, and 9
Yeah.
just carefully took a few steps back to avoid all the dirt and mud. Like, I see. You've
Welcome
been
back.
through a lot. Yes, I can definitely feel the welcoming. And as he points to all the dirts around him, as you shake it really hard, like, I can definitely feel
I
the
could have
warm
left you on the
welcoming.
ground back like miles away with the thing that wanted to kill you and the dark stuff, and or we could have left you in the Underdark. Just saying, like you could have had lots of options, but you know, some of decided to sleep through it all.
Speaking of which, what exactly happened? I was on guard when Hamura mentioned something that was happening on top of the dome.
Oh, hey, can you see it?
What?
I pull out the orb and I'm like, can you see
Okay.
it? Can you see the thing?
Yeah, there's an orb. Why is that important?
That's the dome.
That's pretty interesting. You heard 9's voice are usually calm and deep. This is the first time you hear him do a high pitched sound. He's like, huh. Interesting.
Get out of the water and come over. And I just realized I have an ability that I have yet to use
Which one?
called Healing Hands. It's a Azamar ability.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna heal Tully. As an action, I touch a creature and they regain health equal to my level, so you get 5 points.
Nice.
I can only do this once per long rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the light cantrip. It's a base
yeah.
ability of Azamar.
Yeah. So
Also nice,
Hamura
like,
is also
that's
gonna walk towards Jasmine, and she's gonna put her hands on Jasmine.
No. I am like, no. And I'm gonna, like, I'm ready to throw her into the bag of holding.
Tie her up. Hamura just like, just tie her up first. We need
Is-
information. We need
It's in
to.
pieces.
We need a way to get out of here. What am I?
Yeah,
but she-
What are we supposed to do?
It's in literal pieces.
Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna cast Revivify.
So I'm gonna tie her up, and I'm gonna tie her to a very heavy rock.
Okay, so Hamura just puts her back up. She was Jasmine, for your record, was cut in half, but not in million pieces. So Hamura just scoop her into a hole and just cast Revivify on her. As that happens, well, sadly, she doesn't have 300 points, 300 gold pieces worth of diamond. I would rule that. Do you have equivalent of 300 gold pieces? Do you wish to spend on Jasmine? That's a group decision. I'm not gonna force that on you.
We do need to leave. Like, that's super important, and we have enough in the party fund.
Nine just speaks towards you and says, I know Revivify needs to be done within the last minutes of the creature's passing, but do we really need to get this Jasmine back to her life?
She's kind of a pain in the butt. She was, even if we bring her back, I wouldn't trust anything she has to say.
Yeah, I trusted that you guys killed her for a good reason. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
we
good
really
reason.
need to? Yeah. Nine doesn't know the whole thing, so from his standing point, they are just
Yeah,
enemies.
so I'll sort of start trying to explain as best as I can what's happened. While I also try not to collapse from exhaustion from my wounds.
Okay.
So the party funds has 750 gold.
Yeah,
If
we've
you
got
wish
enough
to
money.
spend 300, you can try to revivify her. Tamura is not gonna make that decision for you. Like I said, it's like she's like, I'll do whatever you guys know, but be fast. It only works when the creature die within the minute.
Yeah.
Let's do it,
Done.
but you better make her monies back,
Yeah.
or else I'm gonna kill her again.
Okay.
And this time I'm gonna like throw her in the lake.
Okay,
Do
you
it.
reduce the 300 gold pieces from your putty fund, and
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Hamura scoops her up and casts the Revivify. As you see, the wounds miraculously heal, and sold her up in one piece, back in one piece again. She's back onto consciousness, but she also realized she's been tied up and
Very
everything.
securely tied to
Yes,
a rock.
totally. She's like,
As I see her waking up, I'm sort of like my arms folded across my chest like a very disappointed mother, and I start saying like, Jasmine the pixie, you have some explaining to do, young lady.
she doesn't look at any one of you. Her expression looks genuinely sad and like someone was having a good dream and then turned into a nightmare. That kind of scenario. And she looks completely broken mentally. She's just like,
Your lover's a traitor. He left you for dead. Provided you help us, we won't do the same.
what's the meaning on everything? She just says, instead of a cheerful tone, usually Pixie or Faye do, she just kind of just doesn't really give a shit kind of tone. It's like, what's the meaning on everything?
Charming, alive or dead?
I they're all alive. It's just I
Help
wish
us.
we were all dead. I just
Don't we
wish
all?
everyone's dead. Why?
I'm like, I can make that happen
Yes.
again.
He
Right.
will,
Right.
unless you help us.
Yep. You're totally freaking intimidating. And you see Jasmine's face really turn pale when she flinched when you said about making that happen, because she remembered the pain and suffering she had when you drive her sword through her. But she immediately returned to her broken state and says, What's the point? What's the point of being alive? I mean, even if you kill me right now, I can't. It won't hurt more than what Flash did to me.
You have a chance to make reparations, and then you have a chance to make him pay.
As you say that, roll me a persuasion with advantage, because that's a very valid point. Nice. With that, you think she thinks for a second, and then she turns around at you. When you revive her, you see that she was in a dark place and a sad tone. So her hair is not burning in orange. it's burning in gray. But now it's burning in blood red, as you said, revenge. And she turns towards you and says, yes, make him pay. I'll make that son of a bitch pay. And she just clenches tight, although she can't really clutch onto anything, so she clutches onto the rock. And you see the nails sinks into the rock, although some of them breaks, but it sinks deep in, and the tips start to bleed, but she doesn't really care right now. I'll tell you everything you need to know. What you want to know? Just promise me you'll make him pay.
Of course.
As she says that, I'll sort of respond with, well, maybe you can start by telling us how you even got mixed up with that guy. Got mixed up with that guy in the first place.
He came into the village just about 10 days ahead of you guys. He made a lot of... You see her, like, kind of do this gesture, like, whatever was sweet and amazing now turned bitter and sour, as her expression shows that. She says, I was the most amazing creature he's ever seen, and he made a lot of empty promises. That's all you need to know. Anyway, he said he was once a pixie, a fey like us, but he was cursed by the shadow magic and was cast out by Papa into the Shadowfell. He said he did nothing wrong except being cursed. But Papa abandoned him. That's why he comes back just to get payback. That's about it.
Did he achieve his payback? What happened to your leader?
Papa was actually buried. He was already dying. Papa was never meant to live this long. It was all because of the staff that supports him, keeping him alive. Some which, I don't know what, with the acronym of AN, pass it down to him as some kind of a symbol or something. For your record, make an intelligence check, all of you. Hamura's gonna make hers. So, all of you besides Hamura realize that, holy shit, the acronym of AN was the stuff that found on the parchment. Especially you, Rivani. You remember, especially you, Tali. You remember that you see that on the parchment, where it's currently in your bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep. And she continues saying, well, so Papa actually should have died for a long time ago. It was the staff. Flash actually took it. He said he needs it for his master, for higher purposes.
did he mention who his master was?
Only that he's a wizard trying to do something that will change the world. Quote. I quote him. Yep. Yeah, and anyway, we stole the staff, and he said he's not gonna harm the villagers. He's gonna use the dome to provide protection once the staff was removed, and he promised me no one will get hurt besides Papa. The old man should have died for a long time ago, so it's unnatural. But anyway.
So if that was really the case, why did you also steal the scrolls that were your backup to protecting the village?
Because it shouldn't be such a drastic shift. Like, even with the staff was gone, with the dome, we can survive. I actually know how to go in and out of the dome. Well, Flash actually taught me how to go in and out of the dome. So, plus, I'm sick of this place. You know what? I'm really sick of this place. And she just turns towards you guys. We are glorified guards, watchdogs, to sit on the border to fend off the Shadowfell. I'm sick of looking after our shoulder every day just to be sure that there's no darkness coming in. We were in the center of Feywild. We were living like royalties. Why are we living in the middle of nowhere just to protect something that's fucking none of my business?
You can tie up your position and leave, but you don't have to
leave
take
and go
everyone
where?
else.
Like, without my
place
tribe,
anyway.
I will die on my own. Like, Feywild, as pleasant as it is not without danger. If I move without anyone helping me, that's why I, and she lowered her voice when she says this part. That's why Flash and I hit it off. That's why he promised me to take me away, to take me to your plane, the primal plane, the normal plane, whatever that is, the material plane. He promised me if we do this, we'll be free. We'll be together forever. Guess that's all crap right now.
Lied. He used you. Don't feel bad. You're not the first one. But it is what it is. You help us fix what you've done. You help us fix your village, and we will take you with us. No knives in the back. You hear?
Fair enough. Just promise me one thing. When you make him pay, I want to watch.
Of
I want to
course.
see him suffer.
I'll be right beside you.
All right. And she just looks down on her rope and everything and says, well, if I'm tied up, I can't move.
I look to the party for approval.
Ramona's like
Oh,
shaking
Kevin.
her shoulder, like, we can smack her down anytime. What'd you say?
Oh,
So what you're telling me is like, I can't throw her in a lake? I just
Not yet.
bluntly say that.
no, we can't just throw Jasmine into the lake.
Nine
Are you sure?
supports Riveni by saying that doesn't seem like the right option here. Don't forget our primary goal. We need to go back in search of whatever we're searching. So
many things. We've missed so many appointments. Oh my word.
the sooner we get out of here, the better.
Yeah.
Show us where to go. Nine just tells Jasmine. Jasmine's like, someone cut me off.
I did. I cut it loose
Right.
as soon as everyone
So
said yeah.
Yeah. I fashion a very small leash.
okay. She's totally letting
attached
you
to
do
her.
that. She's just like, just do what you want. Actually, she pulls out something, sort of like a small parchment. It only has one symbol on top of it, and she hands it over to Tolly or to anyone that's standing right in front of her. Whoever is standing right in front of her, I guess that's Tolly from the position.
Tolly.
Yeah, so anyone of you who wishes to take it can take it, but she's like, here, this is the binding sigil. In case you're not feeling comfortable, this is two-way binding sigil, so you can summon me, well, one way, actually. You can summon me when the time is right. I'll be assisting you, but only when you dealt with Flash. That's just don't call me on random stuff.
Understood, dear.
Yeah, so she starts walking.
Does this armor make my ass look fat?
Nine's like, no, it's
Just like
definitely
random
not. And Nine just shakes his head like, no, it's definitely making him look fat. But anyway, that will be the end of today's sessions. Great job, guys. Awesome work. Yeah, Flash actually
Collapses
cheated
on her
with
back
all of
from-
his legendary stuff. I mean, you guys, like I said, I was meant for casualty this time. I meant
I
business.
had fun almost dying very quickly.
I seriously meant business. I was like, you guys have grown a lot. Maybe it's time to try a bigger challenge. But yeah, like, you guys handle it really well. That's amazing.
Awesome.
So you all get, hold on, let me check how much experience. Harpies, so 200 each. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them, so 120. No, sorry, 1,200 experience for the harpies. For fighting off Flash, you get 500. And hold on, that will be separated into 4. So 300, 4. Actually, no, 200. 600 each. Sorry, 600 each. 600 experience each.
Okay.
And with squeezing the information out of Jasmine and bringing her back, you get extra 200. So yeah, those are important stuff. And
1,700 plus 600, right? To 2,300.
yeah, so
plus
no,
400 to
6
2,500.
plus 200, so it's 800 total for each. 800 experience for each.
Okay. What did I miss last time? What's everyone at?
Yeah, you guys didn't really. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I haven't
We
gave you guys
didn't
the black
get
hands
any experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 100. Well, sorry, 1,200 experience for no, not 1,200. Yeah, 1,200 experience. So 2,000 experience for all of you, from combining last time and this time. 2,000 experience.
So I have 8,500.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, me too. That's good.
Yeah.
Did I get a bonus for killing Jasmine?
It's already
That's fine.
count in the squeezing out information and everything. Yeah. So yeah, and for the items you collected, Ravani, you get the goggles of night vision, which allows you to see 30 feet in when you're in darkness. Tully, you get the orb of hold on. It's in right here. Orb of Defiance. So there's 2 charge to generate force field and absorb any lethal damage per day. Yeah. You can use it. You can use it to break or build barriers between Feywild, Shadowfell, and Material Realm, which is a less useful stuff if you're traveling.
It's still cool.
Yeah, it's still cool. But yeah.
So I think we learned a good lesson today, and that is, don't grandstand in front of me because I will just fucking place you down.
You just drive your sword right through whatever that is. All right.
Right.
Great job, guys.
Sure.
Awesome.
I don't see that as an evil action, but because technically she was attacking us and she attacked me.
Yeah. But it's also
Gone.
not a, like, you're sort of like an anti-hero, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good.